CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 7 of Katrielle, the Millionaires Conspiracy. Last time, we solved the pressing mystery of Hastings' gift troubles, and we came to the groundbreaking conclusion that he should spend time with his wife. Yes, we had to collect 6 clues just to tell him, hey, spend some time with your wife. Granted, you could say, oh, well, Katrielle, she had to find the clues in order to come up with the idea of what to do to celebrate the anniversary. Meanwhile, basically, we saw with Felicity, she would have been more than happy just sitting on the hill with Hastings. She would have been more than happy with it. So basically, Katrielle didn't have to do anything. Just say, hey, spend some time with your wife. Sit on top of the hill. Boom. Case done. Just one clue. And as for this case, we were learning about the origin story of how Katrielle met Ernest, and, well, it's every bit as sad as you would think it is, and not sad as in the boo-hoo, it's so tragic sort of way, but more in the, Ernest is just more pathetic than you could have ever thought. But anyways, let's get going. Let's get outside the Scotland Yard.
What's the best way to the university from here?
Oh, I can show you, just follow me. Wait, Katrielle, your father works at that university. You don't know where the university that your father works at is? I mean, really. Yeah, then again, if I was Professor Layton, I would not want this hell-spawned child knowing where I work. Layton, basically, he does the equivalent of giving someone a fake number. Layton just gave Katrielle just this fake address to get her to go to other businesses and basically embarrass him away, and basically cause embarrassment away from the university. Because really, just Katrielle, she goes in that classroom. Katrielle, she walks in one of Layton's classes, and then the students, they just give up hope because they're like, if this is what Layton's life is, then what hope do I have? Not to mention with Layton, I highly doubt he ever spent much time at the university, because really, so many people would think, oh, it'd be so cool to have Professor Layton as a teacher, basically, but personally for me, I think that would be horrible to have Professor Layton as your professor, because basically, with how often he's out on adventures, you'd be probably stuck with TAs. And I don't know how well Layton would be screening the TAs. I mean, considering how Katrielle came out, I have zero hope in just Layton's screening process. Layton's main qualifications: you have a pulse, you can hold a piece of chalk, you can do a puzzle, you can teach my class. Heck, Layton's class probably doesn't even teach archaeology. You have to solve puzzles. That's your entire class, your final exam. You have to solve 10 puzzles in 10 minutes.
I say, will this be your first time to visit
Hello, Miss Layton? I'm just gonna call it the university, because I can't barely pronounce Gressenheller.
No, I used to go there quite often as a child, but it's been rather a long time. And I haven't been from here before. I'm not sure what the best way is.
Just ask directions, Katrielle. You know the address. I highly doubt the university just decided to move on its own one day.
Really? Well, don't you worry. We'll be there in a jiffy.
You got a puzzle?
If I'm not very much mistaken, and I'm not very much mistaken very often, that who just went past was the esteemed Inspector Hastings. And if not, I'm not mistaken. As you know, I am not often mistaken. He was off to investigate something.
I forgot what voice I gave this guy. Okay, I'm sorry.
Old Dougie smells the distinctive stink of a case, in which case I may have a story for the morning paper. Oh no, a reporter! He'll tell the world about how pathetic I am! No, Miss Layton! Don't let the world know about how I sim for you! Not yet! It has to be established in the first case! Gosh, what if it's all over the news, Miss Layton? My face could be on the front page of every London paper!
Though, frankly, when you learn of what crime Ernest is being accused of, basically, well, it isn't exactly the kind of thing where it's petty. It's not like a murder charge. You would think that, hey, Ernest is being accused of murder, or grand theft, or arson.
Don't worry, Ernest. It would never make front page news. Page 3 at best.
Katrielle doesn't even know Ernest. She barely knows Ernest, and yet she's already striking him down, telling him that he is pretty much worthless in her eyes.
Page 3, I don't have the figure for that.
What figure is there for page 3? Okay, any puzzle there? Okay, hint go in.
It looks very impressive here on the corner, doesn't it? Scotland Yard, the heart of London's crime prevention. I expect there are cells inside somewhere, aren't there? I couldn't bear to be locked up.
Frankly, though, considering what crimes happen in the city, Ernest would at worst, Ernest would be locked up next to a jaywalker or a litter bug. Someone who didn't say please. Or no. Ernest gets locked up with the worst of the worst. Someone who basically refused who worked on Good Wednesday. Yeah, Ernest.
What are you in for?
Me? I did an honest day's work on Good Wednesday.
I don't belong in here. I imagine the view from up there is very interesting. You can probably see down all sorts of little streets.
Any puzzle? No puzzle there. No puzzle there, just coin.
Buses from here go to all sorts of different places around the city, it seems. The bus stop is called Scotland Yard as well. How funny. The notice board here has all sorts of things pinned to it. Fascinating.
Okay. Puzzle. Knew there'd be one located somewhere.
Here I am in such a pickle, but the world keeps turning. The clocks keep ticking. No one cares. Goodness, can you imagine if the clock in the Elizabeth Tower stopped? What a way for things to go. Sorry, you're right, of course. There are bigger problems facing the world. I'm just rather in the doldrums at the moment. Well, that's hardly surprising. How about the puzzle to cheer you up?
It adds up to nothing. The professor has set a tricky problem. 3, question mark 3, question mark 95, question mark plus 1, apparently makes 0. Can you figure out which number goes in the 3 blank spaces? Okay. Plus 1 makes 0, okay? Has to add up to -1. So basically, 3. Though are we considering okay, so if we're going off multiplication, we would go 0, but no, that would be this -1. And then basically, can you figure out which numbers go into the 3 spaces? Okay. Okay, this is kind of awkward because my iPad is low charge. Actually, no, it's 22%. So basically, I'm sorry, my mind is mush. I've been doing a lot of things today, and I ate a big dinner, so basically, I feel lethargic. I feel like some drugged bear at the zoo. Okay, Millionaires Conspiracy walkthrough. Okay, there we go. Hey, this makes things go by a lot faster for me. It does. Because basically, you add it up just 3 times. Basically, you could go the whole 0 route, but that would still lead up to 1. Okay, 127. It adds up to nothing. Okay. So anyways, this is apparently supposed to be this is supposed to be a time puzzle. So basically, you have to go 2, and then basically 2, then 5, 2, then 5, and then 9. Yep. Okay.
I have a feeling that perhaps... Thank goodness I got that right.
You did it! 23, 59, 59. These numbers are displaying time in hours, minutes, and seconds. 1 more second until tomorrow. So basically, they'll like make 0. So basically, you see 0 and you're thinking, okay, this is math. Basically, you don't say 0 o'clock, you know? You don't be like, oh, 0 hours. You know, you don't do that sort of thing. Anyways, I'm sorry. Just my mind is absolute mush right now.
That was very impressive. It was a very tricky puzzle.
Oh, thank you. I actually do feel a little better now. You're really very kind, Miss Layton. Okay, let's go by bicycle.
Here we are, miss, in a jiffy, as promised. Ha ha ha! Well, this brings back memories. I have been to Gressenheller for a long time now. It hardly changed at all.
Are you alright?
Sorry, oh yes, I'm fine. So, they say it has a long and distinguished history, the college.
Yes, that's right. It's one of the top 2 in London.
Well, it certainly looks the part. The buildings have that particular character about them that says that this is a centre of learning. Oh, look, there's the constable we saw at Scotland Yard. Ah, what if he arrests me? Relax, he looks like he's busy investigating at the moment. In fact, why don't we ask him how these inquiries are coming along?
Oh, I hope they found something that proves I couldn't have done it. Puzzle time.
So this is London. Some may be thinking Sangrio seems a very long way away now. First I will sell my poponos here, and then when everybody knows what they are, I will sell them all over the world. When poponos are famous, Sangrio will be famous. And when Sangrio is famous, we'll have more tourists and everyone will be happy. So it's party time, popono selling party. Is there a festival today? There's a man or a rabbit or someone over there dancing. Oh, he's dropped a puzzle out of his rucksack. Look.
Rocket reshuffle. Okay, thank you. These rockets are being tested out to see how they launch and land. Each rocket can only move to a landing pad that has the same number of spaces away as the number displays. Rockets can fly over other rockets, but cannot land on launching pads that are already occupied by a rocket. Select the rockets you want to move, then pick the launch pad where you want it to touch down. Position the 3 rockets in 3-2-1 order from left to right without any gaps. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay. Okay, move this here. Here. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay, 3, 2, 1, boom.
I have a feeling that perhaps... Still no patch on Miss Layton, of course.
You did! The test was a success. By moving rocket 1 to the right-hand edge, you can reverse the order of the rockets. The quickest way to solve this puzzle in 9 steps. Yippee! I did it correctly! Yeah, perfect puzzle. Nice.
Excuse me, I think this puzzle may have fallen out of your rucksack. Oh, thank you! You people of London are so kind! If you like, you can keep the puzzle. Goodbye!
SPCB, let's do it.
Hello, what have we here? If it isn't the very fellow who Inspector Hastings brought in for questions before. You were discharged, lad. What are you doing here? Not better of it than come to confess, have you? No, definitely not. I didn't do it. I'm rather intrigued by the case, Constable. I hear some research papers were stolen, is that right? No money, no other valuables. Were the documents worth anything, per se? Well, they happen to have been the very important research papers of Dr. Genome.
I just felt blasted back by the pun name.
And who is this Dr. Genome? Oh, I can fill you in on that front, miss. He's one of the most influential researchers in the field of plant genetics. He's published countless revolutionary papers on the subject. He's actually the reason I enrolled here. I've wanted to study under him for years now. Oh, really? And on your first day you managed to be accused of stealing his work? Well, yes. Somehow I did. Apparently, the results of Dr. Ohm's current research has been heavily anticipated by boffins all over the world for some time. So we believe, madam, that most likely is worth a bob or two. I see. It's cutting-edge research, is it? The sort of scientific discovery that money can't buy. Is that the idea? Precisely, madam. So we're investigating accordingly. Our inquiries are ongoing. Yes, of course. Thank you, Constable. Well, Ernest, it looks like the police are well underway in their investigation, so there's not a moment to lose. Why not, miss? Because we want to prove your innocence before they do, or don't. It's no fun if we don't beat them to it.
Shouldn't your main objective be, proving that Ernest is innocent? If the police prove that he's innocent, isn't that even better? Because, well, they're not going to arrest him? Meanwhile, Katrielle tries to throw some proof. It's like, okay. Frankly, how do we know you didn't manipulate the evidence? Fun? Yeah, exactly. Katrielle, this is all just a game.
That's right, fun. So I think you'd better tell me your movements up to when the theft was discovered. What did you do today since you arrived? Where did you go? Who did you speak to? Tell me everything.
Yes, my movements.
Well, today was my first day, as you know. Yes, and I've been just dying to have my first lecture from Dr. Ohm. I think he's simply spiffing, you see. Yes, I was looking more for hard facts, Ernest. Suddenly, I found myself standing outside the gates of this Wizard University, thinking to myself, that's not really relevant at the moment, you see. Well, so then I finally took my first step, my very first footprint in the metaphorical snow of the campus. It really was nothing short of momentous, and CzarThwomp can't read today. So to sum it up, you walked through the university gates. Alright then, let's follow your momentous footsteps of earlier today, shall we?
So Miss Layton started investigating the case in order for us to prove my innocence. I was terrified that the accusations would stick, that I'd be branded a criminal. But little by little, as I saw how confident she was, my nerves started to settle. First clue! Yes, it was research paper. Why did we get this as soon as we heard that? We get this after we hear about the gate. Okay. 1 down, 5 to go.
Alright then, Ernest, we've established you entered the university grounds, then what? Is this strictly necessary? I mean, are my movements in the lead-up to this theft really important? Wouldn't it be better to go straight to the scene of the crime and investigate there first?
You would think, but this isn't how Katrielle rolls. Katrielle plays by her own rules.
No, I have a feeling that understanding your movements is the way to go. Is there anything more to it than a feeling, miss? Don't worry, Ernest. Trust your instincts, or more precisely, trust mine. Worship me, Ernest. Give me offerings of food and gold.
I see. It's your instincts that are guiding you.
Alright then, I will.
I'm sure your instincts won't let me down.
Thank you. So then, what did you do next?
Oh, wait a minute. I just spotted another policeman over there.
You mean that man?
Yes, that's him. He's one of Inspector Hastings' men.
Really? So he's a detective, is he?
Yes, PC Booker, I think his name is.
Let's hope he doesn't book you then.
Gosh, yes, I don't want that. Let's hide so he doesn't notice me.
Don't be daft, Ernest. We should use the opportunity to ask him how his investigation is progressing.
You don't mean you're not actually going to go and speak to him, are you?
Of course. If we keep just loitering here and giving him furtive glances, he'll definitely think that was suspicious.
Well, alrighty then. Puzzle? No, you're not puzzle. Most lectures are given inside the faculty building. There are 1 or 2 exceptions, of course.
You can tell that the building is very old, but it's very well maintained, isn't it? I can't believe I'm really here. I've dreamt about coming to Gressenheller for so long.
Yay, students. Yay. Yay, nothing.
Good day to you, Detective. Hello. Wait, don't I know you, young man? Let me see. Yes, you fit the description here in my notes perfectly. Ernest Greaves, I believe. And you are, where is it now? The prime suspect. No, I mean, yes, I am Ernest Greaves, but I was released earlier due to a lack of evidence. Yes, it does mention that here, actually. Phew, I'm glad your notes are up to date, officer. Never go anywhere without my notebook. Yes, I see here that there are a number of other suspects in this case. Really? I didn't know that. It says here that a number of other researchers were competing with Dr. Ohm in his field. We believe, what do we believe? Yes. We believe it might be a case of a rival academic trying to discredit the professor. So, does that mean I'm off the hook? No, that's just one possibility. You're still firmly in the picture, I'm afraid. If you're still in my notebook, you're still a suspect. Oh.
What is your notebook, the death note?
I see, yes. A world-famous professor would inevitably have rivals in his field, I suppose. So let's carry on tracing your movements, Ernest. Did you enter the building next? No, I didn't do that. Really, you didn't go into the main building, even on your first day? No, you see, when I come this far, I suddenly caught a wonderful floral whiff and wandered off in search of the flowers that bit.
What, were you already planning your simping schedule? You were gonna pick those flowers so you would have them at your disposal in case you saw a girl you wanted to simp for, Ernest? Were you thinking in your mind, on this first day of college, I want to find the girl that I am going to be a lapdog to. I need to find the perfect girl who will dominate me.
You let the smell of flowers divert your attention, you mean?
When Katrielle is criticizing you for your attention being diverted, you know you've done messed up.
Yes, that's right. I just popped over to that flower bed over there to have a look. Well, if we're following in your footsteps, it doesn't look like...
Cannot read tonight.
Well, if we're following your footsteps, it looks like we'd better pop over to it again. It's just over there, around the side of the building.
Following Miss Layton's instincts, we started to carry out our investigation by retracing my steps for that day. Why do we need this part of the story? Why can't you just keep a consistent narrative with the gameplay? Why do we have to get these pauses from Ernest where it's like, then we did this, the action that you saw in the gameplay. We relived everything that I had done that fateful morning, up until the point when I was accused of stealing Dr. Ohm's work. Thank God, second clue. Seriously, every time I see the screen, I get a little bit of delight. So let me tell you, that clue is going to be completely useless. Flower bed.
So, this is where the scent led you to. They are beautiful flowers, aren't they?
Rather, it's a marvelous display, isn't it? Such a lot of different varieties of roses.
Yes, so after you came here to the flower bed, then what?
Well, I stood and admired the flowers for a little while.
Alright then, I'll just stand and admire the flowers for a little while too.
Ah, yes, I see. You are really trying to get inside my head, aren't you? Become the suspect, as it were. So you can see how to prove my innocence.
Not really. I just like flowers.
This is who you're trusting, Ernest. This is who you're trusting with your future. You could land in jail, Ernest. You could land in jail, all because Katrielle wants to stand around and smell the flowers.
Oh. They're very splendid. Every flower is in full bloom. And they smell divine. Ernest, are you alright? We're staring at the flowers, not at me, remember?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Gosh.
Well, I think we should investigate the area while we're here. That way we can enjoy the flowers a little longer.
Okay, puzzle.
This is a rather rare variety, actually. It's a real pig to grow. Oh, you know about flowers, do you? Is that your field? No, it's just a hobby of mine, really. Actually, I know a rather fun puzzle about flowers. Do you know it?
Flower power. Some mysterious flowers are growing, with petals that can change color when you touch them. Each flower has 5 petals, and any petals that are connected to by a stand are the same color. Each flower needs to have 5 different colors, not including white. Select the petals, cycle through the different colors. Petals that have a color from the beginning cannot be changed. Okay, connected. Each flower needs to have 5 different colors, not including white. Okay. Five different colors. Okay. Okay, let me just put that back. Okay, green. Okay, give you yellow. Because that one's gonna need something else. Okay, that one has to be red. So naturally we'll make this one blue. This one has to be green. Okay. That one can't be blue. Okay, that one can be purple. Okay. This one has to be green. Okay, red. And blue. Okay, there we go. We got them all. I just want to double check. Okay, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, and 5. There we go.
I've seen how to solve this now. Any mystery or any puzzle solved.
You did it! The flower bed is full of colorful flowers. Pretty decent puzzle.
That's spot on, Miss Layton. I say you solved that very quickly, didn't you? I have a knack for puzzles. I haven't found one yet that I couldn't solve. Gosh, how wonderful. You don't believe me, do you? Not at all. I mean, I do believe you, of course. Well, anyways, they really are spectacular roses, aren't they? Definitely. You don't often see such a beautiful display. Someone has obviously worked very hard indeed to nest them to their full glory like this. And we're enjoying them at just the right time. They're at their peak now. It's all downhill from there. Just think, I could have missed this if I hadn't followed my nostrils. It must be my lucky day.
Ernest, you're at the risk of going to jail, and Katrielle's the one investigating your case. I would hardly call your day lucky.
Your lucky day? Aren't you forgetting that you've been accused of theft? You're a little odd, Ernest, aren't you? Odd, miss, am I? Oh.
One good thing about this case, it moves very, very fast. We're already halfway done with it. It's beautiful. Yes, the scent is absolutely distracting. That's the clue we need. Okay, that was a hidden puzzle.
Yes, it must have been a real labor of love cultivating these plants.
Okay.
The flowers here are clearly well cared for. Such magnificent blooms. They are very beautiful flowers, aren't they? It's an absolute delight to stand and gaze at them. I like flowers a lot, but they don't like me. I'm not a green-fingered type, really.
I don't blame the flowers. I don't blame the flowers in the least bit.
Ah, that's presumably one of my fellow students over there.
And yet Ernest does not recognize him even a bit during the whole robbery case. During the whole banknotes missing case.
He seems to be muttering to himself about something.
How did I mess up so badly? 3 out of 10. What a rubbish score. Still, no one needs to know, and no one will. Not the way I dispose of my answer sheet. I really should study next time.
He's sighing constantly. I wonder what his problem is. Yes, I wonder. So we've enjoyed some pretty flowers. Let's get back to retracing your steps. After the scent had drawn you here and you gazed at the flowers for a while, what did you do next? Oh, well, you see, I went a bit close to the flowers and, Yes, you went a little closer like this. Careful, miss. Sorry. Don't step any closer than that. It's dangerous. There's goat poo on the ground.
You act like Katrielle was stepping in a vat of acid. It's goat crap. Yes, it would be gross to step in, but she could just wipe it off. She could just wipe it off on the grass or on the sidewalk. It's not like it's gonna kill her.
Goat poo? Phew, that was close. I nearly trod in it. Yes, I did tread in it earlier. Oh no! Oh yes. You are unlucky, aren't you? What's all this goat poo doing here anyways? Well, you see, they keep goats here on campus. There's a little goat shed just a bit further on. You know your way around very well for someone on their first day. That's because after I trod in the poo, I went looking for somewhere to wash off my shoe.
Just wipe it off on the ground.
I came across the goat shed then, you see. Ah, so that's where you went next, is it? You really were determined not to actually go into the faculty building, weren't you? I'm a bad student.
Yes, I can see that, given that you spend all your time simping for Katrielle instead of going to class.
Well, come along then. Let's go over to this goat shed. My terrible bad luck had led me into a pile of ghost poo.
Goat poo. Ghost poo. The ghosts take a crap.
Was that really relevant to Miss Layton's investigation? I couldn't hide my doubts, but nevertheless, I took her on to the goat shed.
Goat shed time. That goat is me right now. It just wants to escape from this game.
Here we are, miss. This is the goat shed. Oh, yes, they really do have goats. Ah, listen to them bleating. They're adorable.
Come on, goat. Ram into Katrielle.
Oh, hello. You're the fresher with the pooey too, aren't you? Did you manage to get clean?
I don't even know where I was going there with that accent. I was trying to go like Southern British.
Yes, thank you. You saved me. Yes, thank you. You saved me a lot of embarrassment by letting me wash it off here. Hello, Katrielle. You're responsible for looking at the ghost, are you? Oh, hi there. I'm Billy. Yes, that's right. I mean, I'm a student at the university, but these ghosts are part of my study. I'm researching goat behavior, you see. Ah, so that's why you have ghosts on campus. It feels more like London Zoo than London University just here, doesn't it? Ah, it's really great, actually. You're welcome to hang around for a while, if you like. It's a really good way to wind down. Thank you. There's something therapeutic about watching the animals going about their business, isn't there? When I was washing off my shoe before, I found myself a little mesmerized, actually. I just stood and gazed at them for ages. Yes, I know what you mean. They somehow make all thoughts of anything else vanish from your mind. Oh, what are we doing? We're supposed to be investigating the case. Gosh, yes, I forgot all about it. You've been leading me up the garden path since we got here, Ernest. If only we had someone or something to take the lead and stop us going astray. Well, surely we can manage. Let's get back on track now and start tailing the Ernest of this morning again. Ah, yes, a large fork. That must be what the goats eat with. Don't look so horrified. I'm joking. I know goats can pick up cutlery. Yes, this is a pitchfork. The prongs are called tines, I believe. It's actually for the goat keeper to feed the goats the sausage they, isn't it? Thank you.
Puzzle? Yeah, puzzle.
Look, Miss Layton, up there at the top of the little tower. Yes, it's funny the way goats like to climb, isn't it? Oh, I didn't mean the goat. There's a puzzle hiding up there as well, don't you see? Really? How fascinating. Let's try to solve it then.
Okay, puzzle time. Boy meets girl 3. A boy and girl lost in the maze. Okay, we know the puzzle by now. Okay. Okay, sorry. Wrong button. Okay. Let's go here. Okay, down here. Okay. Stand on this gate right here. Down that gate. Go over here. There. Bring the girl over here. And then from there, she can step on the blue gate. Actually, no, she would have to stand on the yellow gate first. Then stand on the blue gate. And then boom.
This should do it, I think. Any mystery or any puzzle solved.
You did! I think it's time to stop all this larking around in the labyrinth and head home. Which way was it again?
It's very relaxing watching the goats here. They have such a calm and peaceful life.
I know, it's awfully easy to forget the time and find you've been here for hours.
Look at this one, Miss Layton. It's such a sweetie. Oh, watch him. He'll eat absolutely anything, he will.
Really? Really? Yikes, he looked like he was just about to nibble my finger. Hey, the goat doesn't want to become a simp, Ernest. Give it some credit.
I don't think he'd go for human flesh, don't worry.
But he'll have the morning paper out of your hands if you let him get too close.
Really? He eats paper?
Actually, I think I've read that goats do that, yes.
It's not really very good for them, so I don't allow it, but some students think it's funny and feed it to them anyways.
On purpose, you mean?
Yeah, if they do badly on a test, for example, they might feed their score sheets to them. I stop them if I'm here, but I can't be watching all the time.
Gosh, what rotters.
It looks like a lot of work caring for these goats. Yes, well, any living thing takes a lot of looking after. Oh, and there was this tricky situation a while ago, as it were, as well.
Bad-tempered goats. Here we have 9 goats who really don't get along. If they find themselves within 2 squares of each other, vertically or horizontally, they start to fight. Luckily, they don't fight if they are diagonal from each other or separated by a rock. Can you place them all in position so that they won't end up fighting? Why can't we just leave one in the cage? Okay. Okay, boom. Okay, if they're within 2 squares of each other. Okay, I think that'll do it, but I just want to double check. I want to double check to make sure that I have it right. You can never be too safe. You can never be too safe. Okay. Bad-tempered goats. Okay, I handled it a little differently, though I just want to make sure that I'm all good. Okay. Bring you down here. And bring this one over here. Okay, that should do it.
I have a feeling that perhaps... Thank goodness I got that right.
You did. The atmosphere on the farm is nice and quiet, and the goats look happy. Being near the rocks seemed to relax them. They're not getting each other's goat now. Okay, and I cannot read to save my life tonight. Hooray!
Yep, that's how we had to resolve it. But you see what I mean? Yes, I see. It seems like a jolly hard work indeed. Goats eat a lot for their size, so you have to feed them regularly, which means a lot comes out the other end, if you know what I mean. I have a big job cleaning up all the big jobs.
I
I see. They certainly need good amount of care and attention, don't they? Yes, it's a lot of work, but the goats are really important to us. It not just as a part of the research program, either. We use their manure as a fertilizer all over campus. Really? So those wonderful blooms are thanks to these little creatures? I never would have guessed. The goats come in useful in unexpected ways, I see. Yes, they do. They're very popular with the students, actually, and with the professors. Loads of students come here to see how they're getting on, and Dr. Ohm, you know, the plant next guy, he likes to come too. He likes to see the goats bang in the back near the shed. The goats think that they're alone, but Dr. Ohm, he watches them. He tells them to make genetics a thing. Oh, really? Dr. Ohm? Yeah, I think he finds it helps to clear his mind when he's focusing hard on his research. So he finds it relaxing to watch the goats as well, just like we do.
We're so close. We're so close. Come on. Go it down. Oh, we're so close. Just 2 more clues.
Right, I think we looked at the goats for long enough now. So, you've been looking at the flowers, you trod in some goat poo, you came here to wash it off, and then you stayed and watched the goats for a while. What did you do after that? After that, Oh yes, that's right, the cat! The cat! First a goat and then a cat! Yes, I was about to head back to the faculty building when a cat jumped out across my path, so I ran after it. Don't tell me you were still wound up even after the flowers and the goat, so you wanted to stroke a furry feline to calm yourself down? No, I was worried that it might be lost, so I thought I should try to catch it and take it back to its owner. Oh, aren't you sweet? Gosh, well, So where did this cat chase take you? Actually, it ran back towards the roses, so I followed it there. Alrighty then, so it's back to the flower bed where we were before. Let's go. One of these days we might actually get to the scene of the crime.
Why don't we just go there now, Cat? Why do you need to know about everything Ernest did? What next? We're gonna want to hear about how he went to the bathroom and what he did in that bathroom? Are we gonna hear about Ernest's big business next?
Miss Layton seemed frustrated that my movements earlier that day were apparently getting us nowhere fast. But in fact, an unforeseen turn of events was soon to lead us to the crime scene.
Anyways, just give me a moment. I need to take off my shirt. Ah, much better. I have heartburn. I'm not getting my Tums just yet, and so as such, the second best thing is doing this stream shirtless. Okay, return to the flower bed.
Yes, this is where I followed the cat to these roses again. And you caught the cat here. Well, I did pick it up in my arms, but it managed to wriggle free again. I obviously flustered it because it jumped straight through the open window inside the building, though that one on the right.
So Ernest's first thought is, I'm gonna break in through the window. I'm not gonna go to the door. I'm not gonna go to the room where that window would have been and just knock on the door. Or better yet, just leave the cat to mess around in the room. I mean, basically anyone blames you. The window is open already. So your plan was just breaking and entering? Frankly, that's a crime in of itself, Ernest. I mean, really, how would that excuse hold up? Oh, I was trying to take a cat back to its owner when it jumped into the window, so I just barged into this room.
On the right? There you mean. And did you go after it again? Well, I was worried it might damage something inside, so I climbed up to look through the window. But then I slipped and fell headlong inside myself. It's because of the beautiful roses growing right next to the windowsill. I was being so careful not to trample them, I got myself into a funny position and, well, it made me go sort of oopsie-daisy right into the room.
Why didn't you just move the roses to the side? I mean, they look like they're all in planters.
And then the room happens to be Dr. Ohm's laboratory.
Why didn't he close the window? Seriously, why was he just leaving this window open while he was not there?
So you found the Dr. Ohm's laboratory from the window. Is that the size of it? Yes, exactly. It was simply an unfortunate accident that I ended up in there at all. Then, as I was rubbing my head after it had taken a knock, Someone who I presume was a student came into the room.
So basically, this guy was leaving his window unlocked, and he's automatically getting pissed off that basically someone got into his office. Frankly, the first thing, you left the window open. And just, like I said, Ernest sees that it's a laboratory. He sees that it's a lab. He sees that this is someone's office. And he's like, I'm going to break it into. If Ernest knew it was Dr. Ohm's laboratory, why didn't he just go there? I mean, basically, Ernest seems to have been very, basically, just... Then again, Ernest could have learned about it right then and there, but still, Ernest sees that it's a laboratory, so why did he just, you know, go around asking, trying to knock, see if he could get some answers? Get some legitimate form of entry?
The cat immediately shot out of the open door and into the corridor before you could blink. No one else saw it. So when I told people I'd been chasing a cat, everyone thought I was lying. I see, and that's how you came to be a suspect. Yes, they thought I was a burglar, so then I had to be questioned by the police.
Why couldn't we have just gotten to this by just a simple explanation? Why do we have to go to the actual locations? Why can't we just have been told, oh hey, Ernest was chasing a cat, he went through the window.
Finally then, we've reached the scene of the crime. I see now your movements this morning led you here now. Well, Miss Layton, do you think you can prove my innocence? All I think I can prove it at the moment is that you're incredibly unlucky. Oh, I think everyone knows that already. But you have had one stroke of luck today, Ernest. What's that? You met me. Don't worry, I'll work something out, probably.
Yes, maybe lucky in the short term, but long term, it has just made Ernest's life hell because now he is a perpetual simp.
I do hope you can, miss. Why don't we take a closer look at this window, which you managed to oopsie-daisy your way through? There's a classroom in there, but it doesn't appear to be in use at the moment. I love these arched windows, very elegant. A classroom at Crescenhella University. Studying here in this great establishment is what I've always wanted. This is the window, isn't it? The one by which the cat and then you into the laboratory. Yes, it was open a slither and the cat squeezed through. Alrighty then, let's follow in your footsteps and squeeze in as well. Wait, we can't do that, Miss Layton. Why not? Because you can't just climb into rooms through windows.
You did that.
But if we're following your footsteps, we have to. Yes, I understand, but we could get into trouble, more trouble. The police might start saying that you're a thief as well. I suppose you have a point, so what do you suggest? We go around and through the main entrance?
Yes!
That seems a bit dull.
No, that seems a bit legal.
I think dull might be for the best, miss. Just this once. Following my early footsteps, we finally arrived at the scene of the crime after a lot of toying and froiling. We would soon be in Dr. Ohm's laboratory, where the truth behind this case would be revealed. Or so I hoped.
Okay, move. My back is starting to stick thanks to my back sweat. Hooray.
Well, this place really hasn't changed at all.
Ah, yeah. Okay. Let me try just to position the shirt. Okay, much better on my back.
I've done it, Miss Layton. I finally properly entered Crescenhella University. Not through a window, but actually through the front door.
You are a true academic, Ernest.
I think you might be alone in your excitement about this, Ernest. So let's find our way into Dr. Ohm's laboratory, shall we? Time is of the essence.
Oh, you too!
Oh no, it's him again.
Who's him, eh? The cat's mother? It's Inspector Hastings, you sunshine! You won't go in this hallway! I'll kick your ass! I'll kick your ass well and good! I'll knock your ass in the next week! Don't think I won't! I'll grab that trash can over there and I'll bash you over the head like something Randy Savage would do! Hey, are you trying to be funny, miss? I'm investigating the case as well, you know.
Yes, of course. The case of Dr. Ohm's stolen research papers. Have you discovered any new information?
No, we haven't got any new leads yet. We've just... Hang on, why am I telling you anything? Keep your nose out of police business.
I thought I had you there for a moment.
You think I fall for a cheap trick like that? You'll be lucky. I thought I told you to go home, back in the yard, didn't I? So what are you doing here?
We're also investigating the case. I thought I could prove Ernest was innocent.
Innocent, good luck with that. This lad is the prime suspect.
But I really didn't do it.
There's no point in keeping up the pretense, Sunshine. Amy made a statement saying he's sure you're the culprit. You're the only one who could have done it.
Yes, because it's not like anyone else could have gone in through the slightly opened window. That thing was like a force field, and Ernest basically used his mighty will and awe-inspiring intellect to just crack through this mental projection that Ohm set up. Dr. Ohm, he thinks I'm guilty too.
Anyway, the professor's life is off limits, you hear? From now on, no one goes in there without permission.
But Inspector, we won't be able to. Very well.
Good, I'm glad we understand each other. Now clear off, you're getting under my feet here.
I suppose we'll just have to give up then.
And Grease, don't go off on any unannounced holidays, eh? We'll be wanting you down the yard again before long.
Can I just clarify something, Inspector? You said that people without permission were to land to the laboratory, didn't you? So presumably, if you had permission, you'd be granted entry?
Yeah, obviously, but the prime suspect and unrelated members of the public aren't going to get in. I'm in charge here, so what I say goes.
All very clear, thank you. Come along then, Ernest. Where are we going, miss? Just follow me. Believe me, a single woman living alone in London doesn't let little things like this stop them. Oh, all right then. I did say I trust you, so... I thought Inspector Hastings' appearance was going to put a stop to our investigation there and then. But Miss Layton wasn't giving up. She seemed to have a plan. I resolved again to put my faith in her and followed her as she walked away. Okay, thing. These look like notice boards where information is posted for students to see. The flowers outside are for everyone's viewing pleasure. Please don't eat them, no matter how hungry you are. Gosh, who would? I can't see anything here about your alleged infraction, and it's so far so good. Okay, classic carving. Classroom. It looks like there's a classroom over there. Yes, those are little classrooms for lecturers to give lessons to small groups. Perhaps archaeology happened behind one of these doors. Yes, because as we all know, Professor Layton was very active in teaching. He taught you how to solve a puzzle. A puzzle hiding on the notice board. Haha, so Gressenheller. I suppose that means it's a student-level puzzle, does it? Perhaps I should try to solve it. Oh, please, you think Professor Layton would let you into his class with just a student-level puzzle? 5 addition sums have been drawn on the blackboard, but some of the numbers have been omitted, with either a dotted circle or a dotted square in their place. The numbers 1 to 8 go in the dotted circles, but you can only use each number once. Also, read from left to right along each row of numbers. The digits must appear in ascending order. Which number goes in the question mark space? Okay. Okay, must appear in ascending order. Okay, so basically you can only use each number once. Also reading them from left to right. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Okay, they must go in ascending. They must appear in ascending order. Okay, so we know that for this memo, that basically, okay, this is going to be 2. This is going to be 2 right here. Okay. And then from there, we have 1,
3. Okay. Okay, we have 2, 3. Okay. This one has to be 7. Okay. That one's getting solved. Okay, 2, 3. Okay, 4. Okay. This one has to be 8 right here. Okay. 4, 5. Okay, 6 could be potentially there. Okay, so I'm guessing that one is going to be 14. Or wait, let me just see. Okay, so basically this one would have to be at least 10. So I'm going to guess 5 and yep. Okay, wait. Sorry. 6. Okay. Okay, 6. Okay, and then 4. And then 5. So 13. Okay, so 13. That's going to be my guess. Though I just want to be on the safe side and do a quick check. Okay. Let me just see. Let me see. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Here we are. Yep, 13. I was correct. I just wanted to double check just to be on the safe side. You never know. You just want to be on the safe side just to make sure that everything's good. Okay.
If you'll entertain my idea here. That's a relief. I wasn't entirely sure.
Okay, you did. The sums themselves are simple. Once you know that the numbers you have to add up are... Okay.
I did it! I solved it! Yes, you're a real Gressenheller boy now. Well done! Oh, you're too kind, Miss Layton. Ah.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Where are we going, miss? We need to get permission to enter the lab. As it happens, I was coming here today to meet with someone who may be able to help us in that regard. I'm sure you'll say we're allowed into the lab. Really? But I thought Inspector Hastings was in charge. The problem is where to find him. Perhaps we should ask the detective over there if he's seen him. Oh, yes. All right. Excuse me, DC Booker. Could I ask you something? I wonder if you've seen Dean Del Mona around anywhere.
The Dean?
Well, according to my notes here, yes, I was also looking for him, it seems. I wanted to ask him some questions. But apparently, if my notes are to be believed, he was off campus. Oh dear, off campus? Do you happen to know where he's gone? To Scotland Yard, as far as I know, to meet with Inspector Hastings. Oh, but we just saw the inspector inside. They've obviously missed each other then. Yes, I'll just note that down. Well, it looks like we'll have to head back into Scotland Yard ourselves then. We have to find the dean.
So that's who you wanted to talk to about getting into the Dr. Ohm's laboratory.
Yes, I need to discuss some things with him.
Gosh, I can't believe you know the dean, Miss Layton. That's amazing. Oh, hey, Comey. Yeah, I'm having a very good day, in fact. Yeah, just as you can probably tell by my schedule, I actually found a way to basically record footage from my Wii U. So now that means that I can now cover Wii U games as well as Wii games. So that's really exciting. Yeah, it was also nice weather in my area, so I went on a nice hike. Granted, there were a lot of insects out, but overall, pretty good time. You?
He's been the head of Gressenheller University for donkey's years. He must be one of the most famous people in London.
Oh yes, because everyone knows the Dean. Yeah, move over sports stars and multi-millionaires, because we got the Dean.
Actually, it's my father who knows the Dean, really, not me.
Yes, and knowing Professor Layton, if he valued any sort of social standing with the Dean, he would not introduce Katrielle to the Dean.
Your father? I'll explain some other time. For now, we must hurry back to Scotland Yard. Yes, you're quite right. We don't want to end up passing each other as well. No, so let's get a move on.
Together, we hurried back to Scotland Yard. We can already tell that's what you were going to do, Ernest. Why do we have to get these little blurbs saying, and then we went back to Scotland Yard? I know Ernest is trying to tell a story, but we're experiencing the story. So basically, it can be assumed that he's telling these events to Cheryl as we're doing them gameplay-wise. Like in every other game that has a flashback. Why does this game have to be so weird with how it handles flashbacks? Why does this game try to make everything more convoluted than it already is?
I would still rather be amused by Miss Layton's acquaintance with the Dean. How did this young detective woman come to know one of the country's most preeminent scholars?
Though you would think that Ernest would know about Professor Layton, considering that he's apparently a household name in London. Basically, you would think that Ernest would know,
oh, Professor Layton. He's a famous archaeology professor who solves puzzles and who saved London from a giant mech that was destroying the city that was piloted by some deranged lad who lost his parents in a fire in an explosion that was caused by the Prime Minister building a time machine.
You would think that this would be kind of common knowledge. I would understand people not really knowing Professor Layton for the Curious Village, or the Azran Legacy, or the Azran Mysteries, or basically the Diabolical Box. I can understand all that, but with Unwound Future, that was a giant mech that was laying siege to London. The Prime Minister was kidnapped. 10 people died in a time machine related explosion. You would think that basically people would be aware of Professor Layton. But no, they are not, basically. It's as if Layton, he just gave strict orders. He was like, I'm not going to be in this game, and if I learn that I am mentioned more than 3 times, I am going to come and deliver legal repercussions. I happen to know Phoenix Wright. I will go and I will get him to sue your asses. You want to see bluffing? Well, I'll show you bluffing. And yeah. And then, meanwhile, Don Piolo, who's apparently this renowned scientist, basically, just no mention of him whatsoever. Don Piolo just gets completely blacklisted from the game. Not even mentioned by name, not a reference, even though he's one of the most iconic characters in the series. Instead, all we get are Granny Riddleton and the one puzzle guy, the one puzzle old man, and the Dean. Those are the only 3 characters that are making a comeback. I think the Papanos guy also basically was in previous games, but still, it's a weird cast that they have a recurring characters. Meanwhile, main characters barely even referenced. Luke, not mentioned once in this game. Don Biolo, not mentioned once in this game. Chaunsley, not mentioned once in this game. No one is really mentioned in this game. Yes, I use an Elgato game capture. However, basically, it has it where it utilizes an HDMI cable to connect to the console and then output the footage over to my computer. So basically, by plugging in that HDMI cable into my Wii U, I can record from there. So yeah, it actually was relatively easy to get it hooked up. Okay, so anyway, let's get on the move. Yeah, the hardest thing was actually just cropping the screen, because apparently my Wii doesn't like to cover the full screen of my television, so I had to trim it a little so that way the black bars on the side weren't present. But overall, it's pretty promising from the look of things. Look for the Dean at Scotland Yard. Going to be on the giant exclamation mark. Yeah, so basically just a lot of potential. With basically this Saturday, with this Saturday being the day I finally stream Fortune Street with its ruthless AI, with basically its ruthless computer players that make even the worst Mario Party experiences feel like absolute hell. Speaking of which, Mario Party 6, I did not think brutal difficulty was going to be as bad as I thought it was going to be. Here I am, basically last night, playing Mario Party, and just Mario Party 6, I buy brutal difficulty from the shop, because I had just enough stars to purchase it. So I try it out. And meanwhile, Daisy, basically, it was either Daisy or Toad, I think it was actually Daisy, she targeted Chance Time, and she stole a star from me. Basically, that or it was Luigi who gave her the star, which would have made it even worse. I'd have to look at the footage for that, but yeah, I got robbed by Chance Time, and then Daisy proceeded to absolutely curb stomp everyone, just getting 7 stars by the end of getting 6 stars by the end of the game.
Now then, where is he? Ah, there he is over there. Oh yes, it really is him. Have you met him before, Ernest? No, never. At the welcoming ceremony, he was just a little dot up on the stage at the front of the hall. Gosh, my palms are sweating. I mean, am I really about to meet the most important person in the whole of Gressenheller? No time for nerves. Come along.
Okay, let's get a puzzle from you.
Hello, Dean. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Katrielle, Layton, well, bless my cotton socks! Damn it! How did she find me here? I told everyone, do not tell her where I am! I tried to get a restraining order on you, you hussy! Come on, where's the papers? It most certainly has been a long time. Now, how are you, my girl?
Very well, thank you. You haven't changed at all.
Haha, tell me, how's your father? I haven't seen him in a while, actually, either.
No, he's gone missing.
And here's another thing about this game. Katrielle's first example of her basically absolutely just shoving mysteries off to the side. Professor Layton, her father, is missing. Professor Layton, he's gone. Not a trace of him. No one has seen hide or hair of him. And Katrielle, she does absolutely nothing about it. She doesn't contact the police. She doesn't try to form a search party. She doesn't try to solve the mystery in 6 clues or in 6 clues. She basically just shoves it off to the side. Like with Cheryl's case. Granted, with Cheryl's case, it could be a thing of, oh, just what's the point of dealing with a talking dog? What's that gonna get me? It's not gonna give me fame, or it's not gonna get me money. But with Professor Layton, here she is. Her father could be potentially dead in a ditch off the side of the road. And meanwhile, Katrielle, her main focuses are durian-flavored popcorn. And also, figuring out, going on some long about journey of figuring out that Professor Hastings should spend time with his wife. Seriously, just Professor Layton. And Katrielle, she's just blunt about this. She's just saying it as if it's just the time of the day. Just a fact of life. The sun rises in the east. The sun rises from the east. The sky is blue. Water is wet. Professor Layton has disappeared off the face of the earth. It's almost as disturbing as basically in Rise from the Ashes from Ace Attorney, where Emma just nonchalantly, with a smile on her face, tells Phoenix that her parents are dead. What's missing?
Yes, they're looking into it here at Scotland Yard as it happens, but nothing yet.
Yet, basically, Katrielle, she doesn't start off with, oh, hey, my father's... but she never mentions that until now. I actually forgot about that, but still, the fact that Katrielle's acting like, oh, I'm just gonna leave it in Scotland Yard's hands. Basically, so when Scotland Yard is not really finding anything on her father, she's like, I'm gonna stay back, you guys do what you do. But when it comes to Ernest, the guy, the simp that she has never known until just 5 minutes ago, that's when she puts on her big girl pants and decides, now I'm going to investigate. Now's when the gauntlet's dropped. You would think that Katrielle would be, no mystery left unsolved. She would do that with her father, but no, she waits until it's Ernest. My guess is that Katrielle, she just wants Professor Layton to be gone, so that way it makes her look better by comparison. And by the way, they actually do explain what happened to Professor Layton and Luke in an anime that followed up on this game. An anime that was, by the way, a lot better than the game itself, funnily enough. Just, you think, oh, the video game's gonna be the better adaptation. No. The anime just blows the game out of the water. And frankly, the premise of the anime where it was like, oh, hey, we're gonna find Professor Layton, that would have made a better game than this.
That's actually why I wanted to see you. Do you know where he might have gone?
This is, yeah, basically, 2 birds with 1 stone. Katrielle focuses on following Ernest, has Ernest take her on this long about journey to see, oh, here are the roses that he smelled. Here's the goat poo he stepped in. Here's the goat pen he visited to wash off said goat poo. And here's the window, back where the roses were. Yeah, just going round and about. Yeah, this Katrielle, this type of logic, that thinking, that is why your father is missing. Yeah, you never played Fortune Street before. Well, basically, Fortune Street is essentially like Monopoly. Basically, Fortune Street, if I had to describe it, it's basically you take basically the luck and confusion of Monopoly, and then you combine it with the rage of Mario Party. And as for the AI, the CPU players in that game do not play fair. They know exactly, because basically one big reason, they know where all the bad cards are on the mystery spaces. So naturally, the CPU, they are dodging these cards like it's no issue. Meanwhile, you end up selecting them. And not to mention, the CPU, it will absolutely try to screw you over just to make sure that you don't win. It doesn't want to win. It wants to screw over so you don't win. Basically, that's its victory. For example, I had a game one time where I was on the verge of victory, and then Wario pulls this move that nearly bankrupts him, just so that way he could basically cause me to lose. He wasn't even close to coming in first place. Wario, in fact, by doing that move, Wario went from 3rd place to 4th place. He just wanted to screw me over.
I have absolutely no idea. I'm terribly sorry, Katrielle. I wish I could be more helpful. Still, I wouldn't worry about old Herschel. Wherever he is, I'm sure he's perfectly fine. No doubt he'll show up again soon as if nothing had happened.
Sorry.
Yes, I'm sure you're right. You know, I'm glad I bumped into you, actually. My granddaughter has just sent me another puzzle in the post, but I can't for the life of me see how to solve it. Would you mind having a look at it?
Okay, let's see what we got here. Puzzle 135, 2 types of tiles. Okay, some colorful tilings have been left with a few gaps. Can you use the 2 types of tile to fill up the area without leaving any gaps at all? Okay, let's do this. Okay, all kinds of fun with this. Okay. I know, I want to push this up. Okay, that's not gonna work. Okay, let's get that away. To be honest, I have never been all that good with these sorts of puzzles. Okay. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So we're gonna want that. Okay, no, that's not gonna work either. You remember seeing a lame ad for Fortune Street back in the day? It had a kid go golfing with some old guys, and they talked about businesses and taxes. Though you do have the stock market in Fortune Street. That's another thing, where you have 2 ways of making money. Basically, the main way is by people landing on your properties and basically having to spend a boatload of money to basically just to be there. Because apparently by the laws of Monopoly, you land on somewhere, guess what, you're buying it. But anyways. But another way is you actually invest in stocks in certain sections of the map. And when someone lands on a property on that section, part of the money will actually a little bit of money will actually go back to you. So it can really add up. Not to mention with stocks, you can sell them for easy money. Okay, so anyways. I know, this is lame of me, but this is cheap, this is lame, I know, but I have a guide, and I'm just doing this to basically make things a little easier on myself. This is just to save some time, just to make it where everything's happy in the end. Okay, there we are. That'll do it for that. No, come on, come on. Got blow on the controller because you know how it is with that one dead spot. Okay, that one goes here. This one goes here. Okay, there we are, right there. Okay, and final. Okay, this one goes here, and then finally. Yeah, come on, I'm gonna put this here. There we are. It's fine, there's nothing wrong with using guides. Yeah, especially with a game like this, where basically where the puzzles can just mess with your head. And I just don't want to use the hint coins, because I've always found it where hint coins, they can be either exceedingly useful, or they can be exceedingly vague. And then you feel horrible, because you got the super hints, and yet you still feel like you can't solve the puzzle. And meanwhile, biggest puzzle here, why are we dealing with Mr. Potato Head? This guy reminds me a lot of Mr. Potato Head. I don't know why. He just gives off Mr. Potato Head vibes. As if Mr. Potato Head fused with Larry the Cucumber. Or a summer squash. Of course, that's how it's done. Well, thank you, Katrielle. I won't have to disappoint my little angel now. What a relief. Here's the real answer to the puzzle. Just tell her you solved it. Just tell her you solved it and don't even give any proof. You don't even have to tell her the truth. Just say, hey, I solved it. It was a great puzzle. She gets happy. She doesn't question it. What, you have to send her photographic proof that you solved that puzzle? Yeah, people go missing. It's casual. But yeah, someone doesn't solve a puzzle properly, you gotta have photographic evidence of that.
Glad to have been of assistance. I actually came down here to Scotland Yard to meet with Inspector Hastings, but I can't find the man anywhere. That's because he's at the university, I'm afraid. Oh, you mean we just missed each other, didn't we? How irritating. He better not be going into my office. He better not be checking the files I have in my bottom cabinet. If those files go down, it could be bad. I could be Epsteined. I hear there's been a bit of an incident on campus, a theft. Yes, a nasty business. That's what I come to talk to the inspector about. I'd like to ask for your permission to investigate the case myself, Dean.
Though really, you would think that that basically, instead of calling the police, they would have handled it like most colleges would basically just make it an internal affair where basically you have it where just class trial, things like that, or just an in-school investigation. You're not calling the police actively. They're like, oh, this is a critical paper for research. Here's the thing, basically. Even if that paper was stolen, unless Ohm had deliberate proof that it was his paper, Ernest would be able to say, even if Ernest did steal that paper, if Ernest had that paper, basically there were no other copies, just Ohm's name wasn't written on it, or basically there was a real proof to show, hey, this is my paper, Ernest could pass it off as his paper. Okay.
You, Katrielle! Yes, I'll get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, it's just like how you got to the bottom of your missing father.
But the police are already well underway with their own investigation. I'm aware of that, but I think perhaps a different perspective might be called for. I may be able to see things in a way that the police can.
Then why aren't you doing that with the case of your father, Katrielle? Your father's been gone. The police have no leads, and yet your big move. Ask the dean where Layton could potentially be. You don't really, Katrielle? Yeah, really, Katrielle. You don't think that Professor Layton, he realized that he messed up as a father, and he basically decided to cut his losses and go out to buy some milk? Though, frankly, that would happen, though. That would have actually been kind of a funny twist if it did. Just, Layton, this is one puzzle loop that I cannot solve. I will do the only solution, the super hit. Buy some milk and never come back. Alright then, I can't really see any harm in it. I'll allow it. If your father's crime-solving skills, no doubt you'll see to the heart of the matter in an instant. Though, to be frank, Layton didn't really ever solve crimes. He solved mysteries, not crimes. You act like Professor Layton was Batman, like he was going in the rafters. I'm Professor Layton. Would you like to solve a puzzle? Yes, instead of batarangs, Layton's just throwing out hint coins. Hint coin! Hint coin! Hint coin! Pelting people with just attack people with a bag full of hint coins.
Thank you. So you'll permit us into Dr. Holmes' laboratory, I presume? The scene of the crime?
Yes, of course. You have free reign over the entire university for this, Katrielle.
Wonderful. In that case, we'll be getting straight down to business.
Good luck. I'd like this cleared up as soon as possible. The reputation of the university will suffer if it drags on. Wait, so we're not getting any writing. So basically, by that logic, we could have just told Hastings, hey, we have permission from the dean. Because really, what proof would we have that the dean actually gave Katrielle permission? For all Hastings knows, Katrielle's just made it up and just wants to get in.
I say, that was a breezer, double breezer. You were chatting with the dean as if you were old friends. And more importantly, he's given us the permission we need to investigate the laboratory. Yes, Inspector Hastings won't be able to turn us away now.
Yes, he can, because you don't have written permission. You just have word of mouth.
No, he won't. So let's go back there and rub his extra large nose in it. So we managed to obtain the permission we needed to enter Dr. Holmes' laboratory and investigate.
Really? You know, if they would have let us see Cheryl's reactions, that would have made these little exposition blurbs actually make sense. But nope, we're just being told we're just being told things we already know.
I was as perplexed as ever by Miss Layton's especially after the familiar tone she seemed to adopt with Dean Dramona.
Okay, let's get out of here. Back to the university. We're almost done with this case, thankfully. And one thing that's keeping me going is that we're almost done with this game. Just 2 more cases after this. And the next case is actually one of the more solid ones in the game. Just because it involves the law coming after Katrielle.
Alright, here we are then. Dr. Holmes' laboratory is just up ahead. Oh, look, miss. There he is, Inspector Hastings.
Not you two again. I'm just about done with your sauce, alright? You're not coming in here, and that's final.
Actually, it's not. We have permission to investigate the laboratory now. In fact, we have permission to do whatever we deem necessary for our inquiries, such as taking you out with lethal force. Ernest, where's my gun? Which gun do you want, Miss Layton? The little gun or the big gun? The big gun. I'm feeling saucy today.
Come on, do you think I was born yesterday? And who gave you permission today? Because it certainly wasn't me.
Dean Dramona authorized it personally.
And the dean?
Presumably, you're not going to flout his authority.
You don't have proof that you have his permission, Katrielle. All you have is word of mouth. Frankly, Katrielle could have just bluffed her way and said, oh, I have permission from him. It's not like it would be the first time Katrielle bluffs. So what would make this any different? I don't think Dramona said it was alright. Go on in then. In you go.
Thank you, Inspector. Come along, Ernest. Oh, yes. Do excuse us, Inspector.
I know what the dean's flying at, letting you clowns investigate. This is utterly irregular. Frankly, the one case where Emiliana will have truly shined. Emiliana just coming in with hard facts, asking what proof do you have that he gave you permission? Because this seems awfully suspicious that you just so happen to get permission from the dean to investigate an area that you, an unrelated person, wants to investigate.
Even Inspector Hastings was powerless to stop us now that we had Dean Dramora's permission. I waited with bated breath to see what miraculous deductions Miss Layton would be able to make at the scene of the crime.
Though, frankly, this is a crime scene. What right would the dean have to say who can come in and out? Basically, once it becomes a crime scene, it pretty much becomes custody of the police. So it's not like you could just let people in casually. You kind of have to leave until the police investigate, even if you're already there. Okay, but anyways, let's go in here.
This is it, miss. The research laboratory of the highly regarded Dr. Jean Ohm. Isn't it exciting? So this is where the incident took place, and you got in here through that window over there, was it? That's right. That's the window I was peering in through, and I slipped in and fell inside. With an oopsie daisy. Did I mention that? You did, and that's presumably Dr. Ohm over there. According to Inspector Hastings, he's accused you of the crime. Gosh, I idolize the man, but he thinks I'm a criminal. Well, I think we should start by interviewing him. Excuse me, Dr. Ohm? Yeah, have a good night, Comey. I'll see you later. Okay. Anyways. Who are you? I'm Katrielle Layton. Ginger Moore has given me permission to investigate the theft of your research papers.
Ha! It's a trace, I tell you, and... Wait, you're the young chap who took them!
No, I assure you, Professor, I've been wrongly accused. I didn't do it.
What are you even doing here? Didn't they take you back to Scotland Yard?
They did, but they had to let me go because they didn't have enough evidence to hold me. Clearly, Ernest here was acting suspiciously and did enter the laboratory through a window, but he's not the culprit. I intend to clear Ernest's name by finding the truth thief and bringing him or her to justice.
What if it was a team, Katrielle? What if it was some Ocean 11 sort of scheme? They broke in through that partially opened window. They did some ninja moves. They're hiding in the shadows.
We need to make a thorough search of this laboratory in order to gather supporting evidence.
I don't know what you think you'll be able to find, but if the dean's giving you his permission, I can't stop you. Be my guest. Just don't go upsetting any of my experiments.
Thank you. We'll try not to take too much of your time.
Okay, anything? Anything? Okay.
Oh, I say, what a marvelous collection of books. Dr. O must have every work on plant genetics that's worth its salt. Do rambling roses dream of aphids, I wonder? I've been looking for this book for ages. I've been simply desperate to read it. And this one too. Dr. Ohm's desk is invariably tidy, isn't it? A far cry from a certain other Gressenheller professor, that's for sure.
Oh, don't be calling down Professor Layton. He has an excuse. He's constantly going around solving puzzles. He's around the world, Katrielle. You work at your detective agency every day.
A certain other, sorry. Never mind.
Oh, so basically this one professor that no one's known of until this game, he basically gets Ernest's full attention. Meanwhile, Professor Layton, arguably one of the most famous professors to come out of this university, absolutely ignored by Ernest.
It's just that you generally think of academics as being too engrossed in their work to care about keeping things in order.
Excuse me, I don't know what other academics you know, but I'll thank you not to tar me with the same brush.
Oh, sorry, I didn't think you could hear me.
I'm clean and tidy by nature. I can't relax unless I have everything in order. It's really very simple. You put things away after you finish using them, and you put rubbish in the bin.
In that case, why can't we put Katrielle in the bin?
When you're finished with documents, you dispose of them properly. You can't write a coherent paper about anything if you're surrounded by mess. That's what I believe anyways, and that's why I always keep things neat and tidy.
I see, so that's how the great professor works. Fascinating.
Okay.
Oh look, there's a fine view of the rose bed from out the window.
Ah, you've noticed the roses, have you?
I say, they're simply spiffing.
Aren't they? I often stop and gaze out of the window at them.
Who tends the flowers, Dr. Ohm?
I don't really know, to be honest. Excuse me. I hear some of the students manage the gardening around here.
Gosh, that's very impressive. Flowers like that take an awful lot of looking after.
Yes, I should be thankful to the students, I suppose. Whenever I get a little fed with my progress, I find those beautiful roses often cheer me up.
So the view from your window helps you when you're writing papers, you mean? The view from the window.
One more case. One more clue. One more clue. One more clue. Okay. Check there. Okay. Vicious veggie. That thing looks demonic. It looks like some voodoo Korok. It kind of looks like the voodoo doll that Sid created Hey Arnold of Principal Warts.
Ah, these are the precious tools of Dr. Ohm's trade. You can see incredible detail on a plant surface with one of these, you know. Yes, the microscope makes it feel like a proper lab, that's for sure. I thought I'd finally realized my dream of conducting research here alongside Dr. Ohm. Oh, what a pickle.
Coin. Puzzle.
This is Dr. Ohm's research equipment. I'm pretty sure it's the very best, probably rather expensive. Do you suppose he ever drops things when he's conducting experiments? Chemicals and things, I mean? Oh yes, I'm afraid that does happen, like this.
Precious medicine. A valuable bottle of medicine has slipped out of the boy's hands. Try to limit the damage by placing one piece of wood so that as little medicine spills on the floor as possible. Yeah, cover up the medicine bottle. Just turn it upside down. Okay, let's see where it is. Precious medicine. My nose is stopping up. Oh no. Ah. Ugh. Okay, there we go. Precious medicine. Okay. Yep. Right there. I guessed correctly. But frankly, without this game, it's like, no, you gotta place it in a 45-degree angle off in the upper right-hand corner of the room. You did it. If the bottle was sealed shut at the start, then no medicine would spill. It's important to watch where you're going when you're carrying things. But what if the bottle cracks on the ground?
Gosh, I'm glad I managed to stop that substance going all over the floor, wherever it was. I hope I can work with Dr. Ohm one day. Proving you didn't steal his research data will be rather pivotal in realizing that wish, I think. Yes, of course.
Get me out of here.
Dr. Ohm, would you mind if I asked you one or two questions?
If you must, I'm a very busy man, you know.
Yes, tell me, why is it that you've accused Ernest of stealing your papers?
For crying out loud, he was seen climbing in through the window. You don't need to be Einstein to figure it out.
I'm sorry, Dr. Ohm, you've mistaken. That's right, miss. You set him straight. Fight! Yell at him, miss. Say strong words to him. Ernest has admitted entering the room through the window, but he didn't climb in. He fell in with a whoopsie-daisy. I didn't think that's really relevant here, miss.
Then why did you emphasize the whoopsie-daisy?
Oh, really? But you kept mentioning it.
Exactly. Look, I was in here just before you snuck through the window, and all my papers were accounted for then. I had an appointment, so I left the laboratory, but I made sure I locked the door on my way out. Why did you lock the window? Here you are, mister. I gotta keep everything in order, yet you don't lock your window? You don't think people can enter through the window? Then just after you broke in, one of my students came in and let himself in here with a spare key. And yet the student is of no suspicion. He saw you in here, for goodness sake. And when I got back, the papers I left on my desk were gone. Why wouldn't you think that the student that entered with the spare key wouldn't have been there? You would think, oh, hey, the student could be the potential rival. The student is an understudy, trying to rule of two Dr. Ohm. But no, that's not how this case is. They can't have just disappeared in thin air, can they? Who else could be responsible for you? Oh, I know, the student who had the spare key? Any other person who has a spare key?
I don't know, but... Just a moment, Dr. Ohm. You said that you locked the door when you left the room, didn't you? What about the window? Didn't you lock that? Oh, I remember now. I actually saw Dr. Ohm opening the window while I was standing and admiring the roses outside. The same window that the cat jumped into, I mean.
I don't remember. I intended to lock the window too, but the point is, you don't expect to be able to sneak in through windows. Yes, you do! That's why you lock windows! That's why they have locks! So that way people can't break in through windows! Especially when they're ground level windows! The fact that you're dead, that proves you were up to no good. And that's why I feel that this version of London, just zero crime rates. Who's in the jails? The jaywalkers, the litter bugs, the people who cut the mattress tags off.
Dr. Ohm, I wish you'd believe me. I don't think there's anything you could say to him at this moment that would change his mind, Ernest. We'll just have to find irrevocable proof. Yes, I suppose so. Well, now I've had a look around the laboratory for myself. Ooh, have you managed to find the evidence we need, miss?
Yes, we pretty much have the evidence. We have it all, pretty much. We have a clear picture.
I find that your actions are more and more suspicious, Ernest. Oh, no. Not really. I was just pulling your leg. Gosh, I nearly fainted. Still, I can't find anything that really proves your innocence. For the time being, you'll still be considered a suspect, I'm afraid. We'll need to find something that points to the true culprit. Just something.
Yeah, I just need to quickly do something. Okay, much better. This is the real problem, this is.
Dr. Ohm, what's wrong?
I've been trying to carry on with this paper despite my important documents having been stolen. But without them to refer to, I'm lost. I can't make heads or tails of what's written here. Why'd you make notes? Why'd you have notes? Why'd you have references? I mean, how were you writing this paper? Was it all just coming from the back of your mind? Were you just conjuring this out of thin air?
Oh dear, would you let me have a look, Professor?
You're the thief! Well, why not? The way things are at the moment, I couldn't get any worse.
Thank you.
This is what's giving me the trouble, you see. There's a puzzle. You can't write scientific paper without puzzles to the letter. The letters on the left have been transformed into the symbols on the right. Using the same rule, what symbol would be what the bottom letter turned to? Okay. V. Okay, V to that. You would think it's upside down, but no, it would not transform into that. Okay. V, up arrow. M arrow. Okay. Okay. Okay, we turn to symbol 2.
If you'll entertain my idea here. That's a relief. I wasn't entirely sure.
Yeah, symmetry. Symmetry. You did. The symbols on the right were created by cutting the letters on the left in half vertically and swapping over their right and left sides. Overlapping them is a little is the key. Ah, yes, that makes sense now. Why did you say your name was again? Ernest Greaves, was it? Very impressive. If you weren't a thief, you'd have a promising future ahead of you.
I do wish you'd believe me, Professor. I really didn't steal anything.
It doesn't make any difference who did now. Tomorrow's the deadline for the paper submission anyways.
Tomorrow? Oh, golly, that's a pickle.
You're telling me I was due to finish it off today, but that was before my documents were pitched. It's no use. Without that data, I can't write another word. The whole world is watching and waiting to see what I publish next, but I'm not going to be able to satisfy their thirst for my knowledge this time.
Oh dear, what a mess.
It's beyond my control, though, now that my documents are gone. Blame the scoundrel that stole them.
You won't meet the submission deadline. Yes, it's beyond your control. Are you alright, miss? I wonder, I think I might know why the documents went missing. Miss Layton was still deep in thought, but I could see that the truth of the case was bubbling inside her. We did it, we win, we're free! Sorry, bot, no thank you. I'm not going to dogehype.com. At least put the period. Am I not worth the period and the dot? I'm just getting dot, D-O-T. I'm going to read this message I just got off from basically this bot. Hi, I want to offer promotion of your channel. Viewers, followers, views, chat bots. The price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. Auto on. What is that supposed to be? Auto on. Auto on. Incredibly fixed, flexible, and convenient order management panel. Everything is in your hands. Turn it on, off, customize. Go to dogehype.com with the dot spelled D-O-T. Okay, anyways, so let's get moving on. We're free. Solve it, get me out of here. I got it, I know exactly what happened. Really? You mean you can prove that I didn't do it? Yes, Ernest, you're off the hook. This mystery is history. So, who did take the professor's documents then? I'll explain everything later. First, I want you to go and fetch Inspector Hastings. What, me? Yes, you. Who else could go? Run along now, Ernest. Chop, chop. You could go. What's stopping you? And so the simping begins. Oh, yes.
We can put the puzzle of your missing documents to bed now. That mystery is history.
Really?
They are there.
Hey? But I don't... Roses. What on earth does this business have to do with that bed of roses?
That's the result of your research.
What are you talking about? I researched genetically engineered plants. Those are just ordinary run-of-the-mill flowers of the genus Rosa. What possible connection could they have to my work?
You hit a brick wall with your research. With the presentation of your paper fast approaching, you needed to buy yourself some time. So you arranged for your documents to be stolen.
Who planted that idea in your head?
Of course, it left you with the problem of disposing of reams and reams of paper. And then you realized you could feed it to the goats the university keeps,
Yes, because a paper shredder isn't a thing in this world.
whose droppings are used as manure for those roses.
You're kidding.
So those roses are the fruits of your labour. Haven't they bloomed beautifully? You must be delighted.
Ugh.
In other words, Ernest here is innocent. So, Ernest, I'll leave you to take it from here.
Miss Layton, you are magnificent.
It's over. All that research and for what? I've absolutely nothing to show for any of it.
It doesn't have to be over, Professor. Why don't you start again? I'd gladly help you.
Ernest, you mean you can forgive me after everything I've done?
I've watched you conducting your research for a long time now. I know better than anyone what an exceptional man you are. I'm quite sure you'll succeed given enough time. So let's start again. Working together.
Well, Ernest, you're exceptional yourself. Thank you.
It's Miss Layton we should be thanking. Both of us. I must think of some way to repay her.
By becoming her servant for all eternity?
And that was the moment I realized I realized what a deep respect I had for Miss Layton. What complete faith I had in her abilities.
That is not respect that you show her, Ernest. You are groveling. You are sniveling. You are a brown noser.
And how I truly felt about her.
Ernest, that is not love. That is infatuation. There's a difference. Love is when when there's a mutual respect between you and the other person. When basically you can see the faults of the other person. You're just infatuated. Seriously, Ernest. Katrielle is not a good person. Her father's still missing. You're not wondering what's going on with her father? How her father's missing and yet she's not really working on solving that case? Frankly, if I was in her shoes, I would be thinking, oh crap, she killed her father. Yes, let's save the game. Okay, penultimate case. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay, case 8, Katrielle Layton, wanted. Okay, let's see how many puzzles though. Okay, missing 11 there. 5 there. Chancellor Lane is buzzing. There's been a murder and Kat is the prime suspect. Frankly, I would say anything in that court of law to ensure Katrielle is put away forever. Katrielle made me feel uncomfortable.
The start of another lovely day. Ernest, pour us some tea, would you?
Oh yes, that respect is really showing.
Yes, miss. You seem to be in a rather gay mood this morning. Have you had some good news or something? Oh, you noticed? Is it that obvious? I thought I was managing to hide it quite well.
Like a poker player. You know you were humming loudly.
Well, I popped into the Lucky Clover up the road yesterday, you know, the boutique owned by Miss Price. Anyways, I saw the most delightful hat, but I couldn't decide if I should buy it or not.
Life's hard, isn't it? Just so hard. Yes, Kat, it's not like you're focusing on, oh hey, finding your father, helping Cheryl out. No, it's what hat to buy. I'm pretty sure that basically being a gentlewoman entails, oh, I don't know, focusing your efforts on finding your lost family members?
She was just about to close for the day, so I had to leave it, but I've been thinking about it all night.
And in the end, you realized it was all a waste of time?
And in the end, I decided I'm going to splash out and buy it, so it's time for a trip to the Lucky Clover.
I was so hoping there'd be more to it than the hat.
Cheryl, worrying about hats is not a trifling matter. It's what an English gentlewoman does and should do.
Oh, or just like how you should be searching for your father, or searching for or searching why Cheryl's a talking dog.
I'm very excited about it, miss. I'm sure you're going to look simply stunning in it.
And once again, Ernest is just flat out encouraging this behavior.
Thank you, Ernest. By the way, have either of you noticed there seems to be a bit of a commotion going on outside? I can hear a lot of voices, yes. Oh, there's rather a crowd gathering, I say. I wonder what's going on. Perhaps we should go and investigate.
Oh, everyone seems to be gathering outside the Lucky Clover. And I don't see any tails wagging. It looks serious.
I can't really see. I wonder what's going on.
Miss Layton, look. There's a policeman outside the shop.
The police are on the scene. Some kind of incident must have taken place then. Yes, I dare say. Gosh, let's go and ask some of the people milling around if they know anything.
Excuse me. Sorry, lads, I'm right in the throes here. Big news. This is very big news indeedly. If this doesn't make the front page in the morning, I'll be a monkey's uncle. Of course, I've got to write the article first, but hang on. You're the lad for the Layton Detective Agency.
Yes, that's right. Whatever is going on here, Douglas.
And Miss Layton, crikey.
Sorry, have I?
There he is, Miss Layton's here, look! The angry mob! The angry mob has arrived, finally! Justice for all! It is her, the woman herself. Can it be really true? Open bracket. Personally, I don't believe it. Close bracket. I could believe it 1,000 times over, especially with how casually Katrielle mentioned that her father disappeared without a trace. Professor Layton's gone. Katrielle smiling. She's not actively searching for him. She's letting the police do all the work, despite her massive ego. So basically, that's a bunch of red flags in my mind. What have you done, Kat? Everyone's practically jumping out of their skins at seeing you here.
I know. I have no idea what's going on.
I'll just go and ask one of the police officers.
I don't think that would be necessary, Ernest. Someone's coming over. Look, I don't believe I've ever seen him before, have you?
This man right here. Britannis is basically the hero that this game needs but doesn't deserve. Because this man is trying to arrest Katrielle. Just Godspeed, Britannius. Godspeed to you. Well, Miss Katrielle Layton, I believe, of the Layton Detective Agency.
Yes, that's me. I don't believe we met.
Britannius is the name. Chief Inspector Britannius. I'm from Scotland Yard.
Oh, well, pleased to meet you, Chief Inspector. There's quite a crowd here, isn't there? What's happened?
Don't speak to me, please. It's against protocol to converse with suspects.
Suspects? No, I'm...
Katrielle Layton, I'm arresting you on suspicion of perverting the course of justice, and frankly, that first charge is very true. You have mountains of evidence to work upon, testimonies upon testimonies that you could have spoken in court. Basically, that is arguably one of the most open and shut cases in video games.
No, you can't arrest Miss Layton.
The pound for cats.
Just a moment, please. Chief Inspector, what am I even accused of doing? Why are you arresting me?
Please. You are suspect for the murder of Clover Price, proprietress of the Lucky Clover.
Miss Price?
The Lucky Clover? Frankly, I could easily imagine Katrielle killing someone over a hat. I could imagine Katrielle killing someone over a brownie.
Murder? Murder?
Case 11, Katrielle Layton, wanted. The only case in which she would be wanted.
You mean Miss Price has been killed?
Impressive acting, love, but don't think you're rather overplaying it. I know you did it.
I didn't know anything about this until just now.
Oh, really? Well, perhaps this little précis will jog your memories for you. This morning, it was reported that the proprietress of the Lucky Clover, Miss Clover Price, was lying motionless on the floor in her boutique. Police rushed to the scene, but the victim was actually already dead.
I don't believe it. Poor Miss Price.
We've managed to pinpoint the time of death as yesterday evening. And according to witnesses, you, Miss Layton, were seen entering the shop at the exact time. So, darling, what more can I tell you? Obviously, it was you!
Well, I did go to Lucky Clover yesterday, you're right. I was thinking about buying one of the hats in there. But Miss Price was perfectly fine when I left.
You can carry on lying to me down at the yard. Constable, take the suspect in.
Yes, sir, Chief Inspector, sir. Miss Layton, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to accompany me to the station. No, Miss Layton isn't a criminal. This is madness. Ernest is right. Please hear me out. Come quietly, miss. Please, miss. Otherwise, I regret to say I'll have to cuff you.
Frankly, that picture would be perfect for a Christmas card. Just Katrielle in cuffs getting thrown into the back of a police car.
Gosh, they really are going to arrest you, miss. Cuff me? But I'm no killer.
Look at Cheryl. He's already down the inside. You murdered his soul.
Sorry, miss, but I have to follow procedure in these matters.
You're flogging a dead dog, Kat. They're not going to listen.
This must be the scoop of the century. The esteemed detective, Katrielle Layton, accused of murder, and I thought nothing could surprise me. It looks like they're determined to pin this on me.
All right, everyone, stand aside, please. Britannius, what the dickens is going on here?
Well,
Well, what a surprise. Not. I thought you'd be making an entrance before long, Estes. Come on, how you got that she did it? I was expecting you to protest her innocence, seeing as how she solves the majority of your cases for you. I'm not protesting anything. All I'm asking is what proof have you got that that's the killer? Oh, I'll get the proof as things just as soon as I get her in the sweat box back at the yard. That's not wanted, and you know it. What's with the strong arm tactics, eh?
frankly, I'm not complaining. If it would get Katrielle out of the game, all the better.
Oh, I can't hear you. Must be because I'm in charge of this investigation, not you. You might be in charge, but I'm not going to sit back and let you get away with coercing a suspect. That's my job.
Looks like there's a bit of a dogfight going on among the pigs. I have a nasty feeling that if I let Chief Inspector Britannius arrest me, I'll be on a one-way truck to jail. So I think I'm just going to make my excuses. Bye.
Where are you going, darling? Not trying to skip town, are we?
Bother. I'll distract him, miss. Run while you can. Thank you, Ernest. You're a lifesaver. For you, miss, anytime.
So Ernest is willing to get an arrest charge for being an accomplice and deterring the police. For a girl who basically thanks him for running her errands for her by telling him to clean the office. Ernest, you are not in a healthy relationship. This is not a healthy relationship.
Sorry, Chief Inspector, but I can't let you pass me.
What is the police in this city? What is the police in the city where Ernest is able to fully stop them? They can't just walk around Ernest. I mean, what is Ernest going to do? That motion with his hands? What is he, a Mr. Mime? He's going to generate a barrier? He's just going to generate some psychic barrier. They can't get past him? Seriously, I'm pretty sure that Britannius could just slap him off to the side with one backhand slap. You're trying to protect her, are you? I don't think so.
Sorry, I won't budge.
Ernest is not exactly the bulkiest of people. Just pick him up and move him to the side.
I can't get around him, sir.
What is this police force? This is why Katrielle is solving the majority of these cases. Because basically they're hopeless. I'm sorry. If Ernest is able to block two people off, two trained officers of the law, I'm very sure that Britannius has had physical training over the years. That Britannius is able to take down a person like Ernest relatively quickly. Better yet, just have it where basically PCB just distracts Ernest and then Britannius just walks around him. Katrielle, Layton, stop right there.
Sorry, I've forgotten now.
Where are you even going to go, Kat?
No idea.
Yes, truly the mastermind of London.
Basically, as far away from me as possible. But the end of Johnson Street will do for now. Come on, Cheryl, let's get these legs working.
So now we're on the run. And we can investigate. Seriously, they're just standing there. They're not even trying to get around Ernest. And yeah, I love how the people just here. Hastings, he brags about how basically the people helped him stop a criminal. Basically, common thief. The people of London just all form mob justice. And then Katrielle, she's being accused of murder. And then just everyone's like, she can just go away. She can disappear.
Look, Cher, there's a puzzle hiding here.
You should be the one hiding from the police, remember?
Oh, but I can't leave a puzzle unsolved. It's not what a gentlewoman does.
And running from the police is fine. All right, let's give it a go. But we really should be fleeing. 140, fantastic. Using the 3 shapes, see if you can make 4 identical fan shapes. You can only move one of the squares. You can only move the squares. Select the square by pressing and holding the A button, and then drag it around, and then rotate it. The fan shape is made by joining the radius of a circle with the arc to begin the second radius. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let me just see what we should do with the arc to the second radius. Okay. Let me see. No, that's not what I want to select. There we go. Okay. Right here. There we go.
This is an interesting one. Puzzles are made for solving.
You did it! Dividing the circle into 4 makes the fan shapes at the top, bottom, left, and right. Okay, 108 puzzles. How do you manage to spot that puzzle up there in the light? It's dazzling.
Very kind of you to say so, sir. I always aim to dazzle. Where do we go now?
There's no time to stop and think. This is a race and we have to stay in the lead.
I know, but I'm not used to being the one who's being chased. I'm usually the one doing the chasing.
Ciao, Bella. A pleasure to see you again.
Oh, hello.
I didn't mean to listen, but you are being chased by the police. Go to Lipsky. They will help you, I'm sure. Yes, the Lipsky brothers, who basically got busted in the very first case. Frankly, I could just imagine the Lipskys just absolutely turning Katrielle over to the police as revenge for her not minding her own business.
Good idea. We'll head that way.
Don't let them get you. I know you are not the killer. No one who appreciates fine food as you do could commit such a crime. Yes, because we all know people who enjoy fine dining and breathing could not possibly kill. By that logic, Count Dooku from the Star Wars franchise was an absolute angel.
Thank you.
Ciao, and be careful. Lucky that he likes you, eh, cats? Yeah, in all actuality, that guy just didn't want to lose. Didn't want the restaurant to lose one of its main sources of income.
Yes, all the eatings here paid off.
I never thought your overactive appetite would be getting us out of trouble. Anyways, no time for yapping. Let's hightail it to Lipsky's place.
You're right, sure. I can't afford to let them catch me. They think I'm a murderer.
What does this clue even have to do with it? It has nothing. Basically, it has nothing to do with the case. Of course, Kat is not the killer. What type of clue is that? That's like saying, I didn't do it because I didn't do it. And frankly, I kind of think that Kat is a little bit of a biased party in this, considering that basically, well, she's being accused of murder. Of course she's going to say she didn't do it. It's like in a Danganronpa game. Okay. I think Bootler has a puzzle. No, he does not. That's what he did. Ah, Miss Layton. Good day.
Wooster! What a surprise to see you here.
Indeed, ma'am. One is informed that you are a suspect in a murder inquiry, ma'am. Most troubling.
Oh, you've heard already. News travels fast. Is that why you're here, to find out the latest?
No, ma'am. Miss White dispatched me on an errand to acquire provisions. Murder is an egregious charge, ma'am. One would like to express one's sympathies. One is in no doubt of your innocence.
Thank you, Wooster. It's very sweet of you to say so. You won't believe what's happening, Bess. The best. No, I mean the worst thing. A murder right here on Chancellor Lane. Oh no, it's so scary. Don't worry, Bess. I'm here to protect you. I'll keep you safe no matter what. Oh, Benji, my hero.
Pinstripes doesn't feed me enough. I always feel hungry when I come past this place. Chicken and leek pie. That's enough to make you forget about the hairy situation we're in.
Oh, I'm so hungry, and there's chicken and leek pie on the menu today. They should be arrested for tempting people too much.
Puzzle. I wish we could stop and get some breakfast. It takes a lot of calories to keep these 4 paws running, you know.
Well, I could give you a puzzle to take your mind off it. How's about this one?
Pizza preference 3. Okay. Yeah. Okay, this one has to go to Tomato Girl. Okay, that gives her 4. Okay. No other pieces. No other pieces that have a double sort of thing. Okay. I could give you that one. Okay, I could give you this one. Okay, that brings it to 4, to 4, to 3. Okay, 5, 3, okay. Okay, that brings it to 5. Okay. This one is going here. Oh wait, no, that's not. No, it's not. I was miscalculating. I was judging. Okay, this one could go here. This one here. Okay. This one here. Okay, that's not it. Okay. Okay, let's see where it is. Let's see. Pizza preference 3. Okay. Yeah, don't show me any pictures. No, that would make too much sense. Give a large slice of pizza to the second person. Yes, I was aware of that. Okay, large slice to the second person. Okay. Large slice to the second person. Okay, there we go. Give the remaining slice to the third. Okay, give the left slice of the second pizza to the second person. Okay, give the slice of the last slice of the second person to the second pizza to the second person. Yep, there we are. Okay, and then give the remaining slice to the third. Okay. Give the right slice of the third pizza. Give the right slice of the third pizza to the first person. Give the remaining slice of the pizza to the third. Okay. Give all the remaining slices to the first person. Okay, there we go. Submit.
I eat puzzles like this for breakfast.
Yes, take Shrill's mind off of food by giving him a food-themed puzzle. Amazing! Who would have thought that 3 small kids could eat 4 large pizzas? Not a single slice left for me.
Well, it was a good one, wasn't it?
It was interesting, I'll give you that, but it won't make me fat.
Phew, well, we made it this far at least.
Fugitives, how did we end up in this mess? I hate needing to flee. One's bad enough.
Oh, look, Alex and Hans are both here. Let's ask them if they have any good ideas for us. Perhaps they'll know how we can slip away from here unnoticed.
Okay. Fashion farthings. Okay, could have sworn it was over here somewhere. Okay, anything? They look good, but this is hardly time for our sweet treats.
I think something sweet's here. I think something sweet could be just the thing to take my mind off of being accused of murder. Ah, and what I'd give for a cup of Ernest's meticulously brewed tea.
Okay, yeah, I knew it. This is the third one of the cake robots.
Oh, look, there's a puzzle inside that house of sweets.
That's right. This is the perfect time for solving lengthy puzzles. When the police are hunting you on suspicion of murder. Perfect time.
Well, we can't ignore a puzzle, whatever the situation.
Five houses. Okay, no, this isn't the puzzle I was thinking of. Houses A, B, C, and E are lined up in a row. Then house D is built. The diagram below shows the 5 houses viewed from the side. And can you see house D in the middle of houses C? And you can see house D in the middle of houses C and E. The diagram also shows the distance between the houses. You can see that there are 50 meters between houses C and D. How many meters are there between houses D and E? Okay. C and D. C and D is 50. So, naturally, it would be 30. Because, well, it basically... Wait, C and D is 50, so if that's 20, then basically, and that's 50, then... Okay. Now, 30 wouldn't make sense for that. Okay. 5 houses. Okay, yes, there are 50 meters between D and E.
This is an interesting one. And that's how it's done.
You did it! Houses D and E are the same distance apart as houses D, C and D. House D is bigger than the other houses, but it's set farther back and it looks about the same size due to the perspective. Okay, we've added apple crumble. Can we move on now?
Even at crisis, you have to find time to keep your mind sharp, Sho.
Detective, I hear news. Me and Bratzi have been worried about you. You are a murderer. Police are saying this.
I know, that's why I had to get away, but now we're on the run.
No, yes, but we know you are not killing women, because we kill women. We tag team and murder women in your all positions.
Thank you, it's so nice of you to believe in me.
We want to help you. We also want to help ourselves get revenge, so we turn you in for big bounty. The police are chasing her, Bratzi. What is best way for her to escape? Oh, I know. We wait until police come in, and then we knock them out with big claw cans. Yeah, basically just Hans and Alec, they just wait for the police to come in one by one, and then just proceed to knock them out with a big claw can. I could easily imagine that working, considering that Ernest can hold them back. No, yes. I have an idea if you can work out. Amazing breakout. Here you find your way through the maze to get from the starting point at the bottom left to get from the starting point at the bottom left to the goal at the top right. You need to break through one section of wall. Slide the circle over the section of wall that you think needs to be destroyed. Okay. In that case, just a classic way of dealing with this sort of thing. If only I could see just my notes, my memos. Okay. Okay, just don't let me see that arrow because that's kind of distracting. Okay. Okay, just got that over here. Okay, and then we have this. Okay, got that through here. Come on, stupid controller. Okay. Yep, right here. Okay, no. L. Okay, let me just stamp it down. Okay, no, stupid controller. There. Okay, let me see my memos, make sure I have it in the right place. Yep, there we go. That should do it.
A good puzzle is something you have to chew over. I ain't nothing but
Okay, there we are. You did it! You found your way through the maze. This looks to be some kind of treasure chamber. No, yes, you try plan. I think police will not get you this way. Bratzi, wait, your plan will not work? Why do you say this? You have a better idea? You are always being this smart, Alex. Well, to be frank, it wasn't like your master plan to hide basically the incident with the big hitman clock hand. Basically, didn't really work all that well. Uh-oh, they'll start burying their teeth all along. If detective want to escape from police, this is better way. More advice about evading the law. Amazing Breakout 2. Can you find your way through the maze? To get from the starting point at the bottom left to the goal at the top right, you will need to break through two sections of wall this time. Okay, memo time. Okay. Let's see. Yep. Okay, why do we need that arrow? Okay. Okay. Let me bring out the memo again. Okay. Okay. Let me think. Ah, here we go. I got it. Okay, you would break this one, which would then lead you up to here, and then you break this one right here. So, yeah, break this one. And then from there, you would proceed to break this one too. Okay, let me just double check my memos. Yep, okay, that should do it.
This puzzle's got some bite.
There we go, puzzle solved.
Too easy.
You did it! You found your way through the maze. If a maze is so tricky that you have to destroy walls to reach the end, it must surely be hiding some extremely valuable treasure. Want to draw puzzles? No, yes, you solve puzzle. You see, this is very good way to escape from police. Wait, Bratzi, your way is not working either. What must she do then? How does she stop police from catching her? Maybe we need completely new idea. Not running away, something new. Police fight. We pull out arsenal of weapons and we destroy them. New idea, Ah yes, I have answered. What are you thinking, Bratzi? We hide detective in dog in shop. In place police do not look.
Hide us, but where?
In here, what do you think?
In there, really?
I don't know, cat. I don't know. A cat and a dog in such a close proximity. There is no time for arguing. In.
All right. Come on, sir. Hello. What have we here? Two lovely lads. Haven't seen us at Katrielle or Layton by any chance, have you?
Detective from agency down street? No, yes.
No, yes. Are you taking the Michelle, sir? Come on. Sorry. No, yes. Are you talking to Michael, sir? Come on, spit it out. Where is she?
She got him through shop and exit through back entrance.
She went out to the back. Lads, out the back, lads. After her.
Good. Stupid police are gone. Detective and dog, you can come out now. You better not be serving that bear to anyone.
Phew, that was a real struggle.
Sorry, inside the giant teddy bear was too small for you, I think. I remembered when I made this teddy bear cake. There is big space inside, but not big enough.
Oh, it wasn't too bad, space-wise. It was just such a struggle to eat any of it. It smells so good.
I really thought she was going to start nibbling at it any moment.
Alex, Hans, thank you both so much. You've really thrown the police off the scent.
It was nothing. I am happy my giant teddy bear cake is useful for something. I still cannot believe Clover Price is killed. It is very sad day. I was going to rob her store next week and take all her valuables. She was a difficult woman sometimes, but I don't think people have a problem with her that makes them kill her. Sorry, just had to do something.
No, I know what you mean. The same thought crossed my mind too. Who could have wanted Miss Price dead?
No time to think of this now, detective. Police are all behind shop. Now is chance for you to escape.
Yes, you're right. Thank you again. Bye.
Second clue. 4 to go. 4 to go. We're so close, just 4 to go. Just 10 clues left in the entire game. We're so close. Where'd you now, killer kitty?
Well, I got it. We need to head to the river.
The Thames? Yeah, fishing at a time like this. Great idea.
No, there are police searching for me everywhere. If we don't use our heads, they'll find me. That's why I'm suggesting the river. If we get on a boat, we can get far away from here in no time.
A boat? That is actually a good idea.
I know, I'm rehearsing myself. Come along then, to the river. Well, we've made this far without being caught.
The wharf is on the other side. Over the bridge, cat, quick. Puzzle time.
Oh dear, why are you looking so miserable? I'm sick, homesick. I just received a letter about my family in John Trio. Oh, I see. No, I cannot let myself be unhappy. I am telling Papanos. Papanos are unhappy. I like oil and water. And so I also have a new puzzle for you. It came with the letter from my family. Try it. Show me how you work your magic with the puzzle.
Love triangles. How can we make the shape in the image by using equilateral triangles of any size? What would be the minimum number of triangles involved? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. Though I really don't think 6 would be the answer to this. That would be just one, and you just have to circle it. Watch out, it's just one. You need only one triangle. Four triangles would be required.
This should do it, I think.
Okay, there we go. You did it. If you image the small triangle if you imagine the small triangles have cut parts out of the big triangle, this forms the shape of the original image. Okay.
When I see you smiling because of the puzzles, it makes me smile too. I have to be happy to sell papanos. The demonic entities demand it. Ah, well, I'm glad I could help. Good luck selling your lovely trinkets. Can I ask you, do they sell well? Please, don't ask me that question. In other words,
no.
but I am not about to give up. One day the whole world would want to buy my papanos. Then there will be papano boom.
Okay, let's get going. Finally, we made it.
We can't breathe a sigh of relief yet, Shell. Look, there's a policeman on the bridge.
Do you think he's looking for us?
I'm not sure. Let's stay upside and watch him for a while.
Hey, Hound, you're not in a good place, huh? I hear your owner's a killer. News travels fast around here, doesn't it? But don't be led astray by everything you hear. For starters, Kat's no killer. But more importantly, she's not my owner. Yeah, well, sorry if I got the wrong end of the stick, Hound. So how does it all work out then, huh? You got planned? Well, we'll work something out. Alright, I've got to shake a paw now. See ya. Okay, anything?
It's such a beautiful day today. Tourists will be going up to the viewing platform in droves.
It's too far away. I can't see if there's anyone up there or not. If only there was some way, somewhere in there, we could hide out for a while until the heat dies down. Thank you.
There's as much traffic crossing the bridge as ever. Nothing happening further along the road, but we have to stay alert, Shell.
Alright, if a police car comes along, we run like greyhounds. Agreed? Okay, anything? I don't think so, so let's do it. Is he even blinking? If we try across the bridge, he'll spot us instantly.
No doubt all the other bridges across the river are being patrolled as well. It looks like we're all out of luck on that front.
But if we can use the bridges, how can we get to the other side?
How to get across without the police noticing? Now, how about something like this?
A boat? Swimming? Bridge over troubled waters. A triple jump athlete has decided to wow his girlfriend by leaping across a river on floating planks to propose. On the first hop and the second skip, he can go either forward, left, or right one plank, changing direction if necessary. On the last jump, he has to continue in the direction he's already moving, leaping over one plank to the plank beyond. He intends to repeat this several times in order to reach the pink plank in front of his girl on the other side. Where should he start? Okay, they're not exactly being specific about where it's going. Okay, on the first hop and the second skip, he can go either forwards. Okay, so basically he's moving there. Okay. It would have to be C. C would be the only one that really makes sense. Okay, he would go there. Then there. Or could he skip them? Okay, switch the screen. Okay, on the first one, he can basically go there and then change direction. Okay, so yeah, basically C is looking like it's the only real option. Okay. Let's see, bridge over troubled water. You should start playing gay, okay.
This is an interesting one. And that's how it's done.
You did it! With a hop, skip, and a jump, and I will. The job is done. Congratulations. Okay.
I think it'll work, Shell. This way, we'll be able to get across to the other side of the river without anybody spotting us. Oh, it's Inspector Hastings, look!
So maybe the copper wouldn't have arrested you after all.
I don't know. Let's listen in on the conversation.
Have you seen her?
No, sir. No sign of Layton anywhere as yet. Do you think she really did, sir?
What are you talking about, Constable? Of course she didn't do it. Something funny's going on here. I just think of all the guys that we've been scratching our heads with about that she's helped us solve, eh? Alright, sometimes she plays the fool, but her heart's in the right place. She's not bent, I'm sure of that. My little lemon said it all. Cat doesn't just try to solve her cases. She's always thinking about what's best for everyone involved. Except she focuses on her. Yes, though when it comes to Cat, she thinks of herself first. She's a red gem, that woman. It's blindly obvious she is a killer. Frankly, if Cat was the killer, she would have eaten the body.
Yes, sir. I think so too, sir. The thing is, Chief Inspector Britannis is completely convinced that she did it.
Because he's the only one who dares to question her. This man is brave. He's like Spartacus. He was the first to stand up to Katrielle. I know what he thinks he's playing at these days.
To be honest, sir, I haven't seen much of him lately. You seem to have been in the limelight a lot more, Inspector Hastings. When I arrived at the scene to find him here, I was quite excited, but then it came to this pretty pass.
We used to enjoy a bit of friendly competition, Britannius and me, but I don't know what's going on in his head anymore. Anyways, the point is, as far as I'm concerned, Kat's innocent. Personally, I'd like to bring her in and work through it all. We'd soon show she was innocent, I reckon. But Britannius is the investigating officer on this one, and the way he's banging on fancy guy's chases if she shows up at the yard. If only we could find her, I could warn her to stay away from now. Come on, Constable, let's look elsewhere.
Yes, sir. Very good, sir.
Old Super Snitch has headed off.
So, Inspector Hastings believes I'm not guilty.
Well, you have worked on a lot of cases together now. He knows you as well as anyone.
Well, a red gem. Haha. Look at me, I'm blushing.
You haven't got time to sit here and watch your tail wag, Cat. Let's go over that bridge.
Oh, yes, good point. We must hurry to the wharf.
Give me another clue. Another clue would be good. Come on, give me the clue. Give it to me from you.
No sign of the police here.
Yeah, so let's get to the wharf while the going's good. Puzzle, come on, puzzle. No sign of the police on the opposite bank. We're in the clear for now.
We've got a long way from the Chancellor Lane now, but we can't relax yet.
I always feel like I'm being followed, but every time I look around, I expect to see my tail. Okay, anything? Coin. Okay.
Oh, I would love to sit down on that bench and have a rest, but we must push on.
Not many people seem to know about the benches along here. I hardly ever see people on them.
The benches along the stretch of the river always seem to be very well maintained. I wonder who looks after them.
I've been seeing a lot of coppers around today.
Hello again, Mr. Fisher. Do you happen to know what they're investigating?
Why, they're investigating? Now you ask, I feel like I did hear something, or maybe I didn't. Yes, I think I did. A simple yes or no, that's all we're looking for. Wait, maybe I did hear something, yes. I might be able to fish you out from the depths of my memory. You never know. Give me a minute.
Oh, no, really, it's no problem. If you don't know, it really doesn't matter. It sounds like the word hasn't reached these parts yet, Cheryl.
It sounds like nothing's reached his parts, ever. Anyways, we're chasing our tails here. Let's get to the wharf. Puzzle? Okay, fine. Wharf.
Finally, all right, we made to the wharf. Now, we just need to find a boat.
Without saying goodbye first, darling.
Chief Inspector Britannius, what are you doing here? It's really very simple, Katrielle. Rather like your mind, I told the Chief Inspector you definitely attempt to escape by boat.
Yes, Amelia's rise to glory. Basically, using logic and reasoning. The antithesis of Katrielle's very being. She brings Katrielle down. That would have actually been a good twist. You know, Katrielle's revealed to be the true murderer. Katrielle murdered and we were just helping her escape.
Emiliana, how did you know, though? I am a professional profiler, you know. It was a simple matter of analyzing your behavioral patterns.
Frankly, Katrielle's a wild card, though, basically. For all you know, Katrielle could have gotten in a box and just tried to float down the river.
It was obvious that you tried to think of a devious way to evade capture, a way to flee as far as possible with the least effort. In other words, a boat. Don't forget I've had the dubious pleasure of spending a lot of time in your company. I've had plenty of data for my analysis. Well, excellent job, Miliana. You've obviously been paying close attention to the way I work. I'm not sure why you're so happy. You do realize what that means, I presume. Oh yes, of course. Why did you run away in the first place? You've successfully managed to implicate yourself by doing that. The Chief Inspector was already convinced I was guilty. Well, as a colleague, let me give you some advice. Come back to the yard. Turn yourself in. I appreciate the words of wisdom, Emiliana, but sorry, I'm not turning myself in. Va bien. I'd already deduced that would be your answer. But it's futile to run, and in any case, it would be better for everyone if you came in and cleared this up. Well, we won't know how futile it is unless I try.
Alright, ladies, I think we've had enough of the chit-chat. Don't you? You're not getting away from me again, Miss Layton. Not a chance. I have disposed of your simp. I knocked him out with my backhand slap, and he is now dead on the streets. He is a corpse, and I do not regret it.
Amazing what people will do to advance their careers.
What did you say, Perfetti?
Nothing.
What's our move, Cat?
Good question. I think we're in a pickle.
Katrielle, give up. I am going to arrest you now.
Sorry, I was never very good at giving up.
But there's no way out. Just like in this puzzle there. Yeah, just throw a puzzle at us. In plain sight. You're out on the plain. Suddenly, you notice that you're surrounded by 3 lions. They already have their eyes on you. However, for some reason, they won't attack if 2 or more of them are in the same straight line distance away from their prey. You need to use this to your advantage so that you can make your escape. Find a route to the exit, moving 1 space at a time, vertically, horizontally, or diagonally. Okay. Okay, they won't move if they are the same straight line away from their prey. Okay. Okay, I'm just checking if they're the same straight line distance away from their prey. Okay. That's not a very detailed description, really. Okay. Okay, I was doing the right track. Go down here. Okay, there we go.
This should do it, I think.
There we are. Puzzle complete. You did. You're safe now. What a relief. You found the solution, but your back's up against the wall. You should be floundering.
Sorry, I did say I wasn't very good at giving up, didn't I? Bye-bye.
Stop, Katrielle, Layton, stop!
Run, Shell, run!
Where are you going? The boat's the other way.
We can't get away on a boat now. The police will be waiting for us. We have to give up on that idea. Let's head to Bowling Hill instead.
Bowling Hill? I think I'd rather let the cops get us.
It'll be fine, and all the narrow little streets will help us evade capture. Even if the police follow us, it'll be much easier for us to hide somewhere.
Alright then, if you say so. What are you all standing there for? After her! I'll offer an handsome reward for the first one of you to catch her.
Yes, sir. Very good, sir. There is no need to panic, Chief Inspector.
But we had her. She was within our grasp, and she slipped away. Yet you gave her a puzzle instead of giving her handcuffs.
Don't worry, just leave it to me. I have a good idea where Katrielle will go next. Rather than chasing her blindly, let's head her off. That's a far more effective plan.
Yes, I like the cheeky way you think, Parfetti. So, where's that mother running off to?
Oh, it's quite simple. Katrielle will try to hide in.
The clue. So try to hide in clue number 3. Halfway done with the case. Okay, let's get out of here.
Nearly there, Shell. We made to Bowling Green at last.
By a gnat's whisker.
I think I better stash my bicycle somewhere so the police don't find it.
Good idea. It's not like we can go back to the river or Chancellor Lane. We'll have to lie low here for a while.
Oh!
What? Is it the pigs?
No, look! That's Hans over there, isn't it?
Hans, you nearly gave me a heart attack. Detective, so stupid police still haven't caught you. Good.
Yes, we've managed to outrun them so far, Hans. In no small part thanks to you and your brother. But what are you doing here?
Working, I fixed that you.
Really? I didn't know you did that kind of work as well.
I do all work. We do not drink only tea like you British. And you should not be wasting time here. Go up into back streets where it is hard to find you.
Yes, that's my plan.
I wish you luck that stupid police don't find you.
Thanks, Hans. Bye.
So now we head into the dark and dingy back streets of Bowling Hills.
Exactly. Come along. I think we might lower our guard a little now, Shell.
Oh yeah, there's no way the police would spot us here. Are you barking? We're still right out in the open.
I suppose you're right. That's probably a little bit too exposed still. Let's head down some of the smaller streets to somewhere less obvious.
She still hasn't blocked up that mouse hole then. I call it bone idle. I'm pretty sure I could get in through there if I tied my ears back and breathed in very hard.
It is a very large hole. A cat or even a dog could get in through there, or a pyramid of mice on a motorbike.
Going.
Look at all the empty bottles in here. Is this old wooden box a substitute rubbish bin, do you think?
Careful you don't accidentally walk into that box. It would make a very loud clatter and draw attention to us.
Oh no, today was glass recycling day, and I completely forgot to tell Ernest about the glass bin yesterday.
Okay, puzzle. Do you think this fire hydrant works?
I'm sure the Bowling Height Hill Self-Defense Force check that kind of thing, don't they? Anyways, even if water doesn't come out of it anymore, puzzles do. Look! Okay, crate crowding 2. Okay, puzzle time. Okay. Okay, thank you. Let me just grab that. Okay. Okay. Let me just see. Okay, the only real move we have is over here. Move that there. Move that over here. Move that there. Okay, and then we can move this down here. Okay, now that really won't work. We can drag that there. And drag that there. Move the box up here. Move this one down here. Okay, yeah. Move that one down there. Move that over here. Move that there. Okay. Okay, that's kind of gotten in a messy predicament. Okay. Now that's not gonna work. Yeah, I can move that there. Move that one down here. Move that one there. Move these two back. Move this one up. Move this one here. Move that there. Okay. Yeah, move that one over here. Okay. Okay, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work either, okay. Okay. Okay, that's not gonna work. Could move that over there. Then move that there. Then form a perfect line. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna need to go with the guide. I'm sorry, I tried my best. Try again. Okay. Okay, stupid guy for just resetting the pages. Okay. Okay, let's see. Crate crowding 2, there we go. Okay, move this crate up, okay. Move the bottom orange crate left 1 space and then up. Okay. Move the brown crate left.
down. Okay, left, down, left, and up. Left, down, left, and up. Okay. Move the bottom pink crate left and up. Up and left. Move the bottom. Okay, there we go. Okay. Bottom right, up and left. Okay, there we go. Move the green crate up. Move the bottom blue crate to the right. Move the brown crate down. Okay, there we go. Move the leftmost pink crate down into the left. Okay. Move the bottom orange crate down and left and down. Okay. And finally, the middle pink crate left and down.
This is an interesting
Much better than the solution I had.
Any mystery or any puzzle solved.
You did. Nothing can stop you from traversing the storeroom. Nothing. 116 puzzles.
Ah, that's so much better. I knew I would feel like this once I'd solve it.
That's what I'd say to myself after a nap.
Well, sorry, sure, but there's no time for napping now. The police are probably hot on our heels.
Okay, I'm a little tired, so I'm gonna basically start moving on. I'm just not gonna really solve puzzles. I know I have enough to finish the game, so yeah. Alright, now we can pause for breath. We should be safe here. Well, safe-ish.
Yes, let's just have a little rest.
Uh-oh, there's someone here.
What? Where? Oh, yes, over there. It's...
Oh, yes, you. Like a rodent from the gutter, he appeared. Crooks and villains tremble in fear. The powerhouse of justice is here. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, Ratman! Copyright infringement!
I know that voice. Is that you, Mr. Chance?
Mr. Chance, perhaps at first glance, but no, join the dance. I'm Ratman.
Sorry, yes, of course. Phew, I'm glad it's you, though, Mr. Ratman, not the police.
I am the police. You're going to jail. I was on patrol, looking for a troubled soul, and I'd wager I found one, judging by the face so glum.
Well, the thing is, the police are after me because they think I'm Clover Price, the owner of the Lucky Clover on Johnson Lane. I didn't do it, of course, obviously.
That's the pits, those rotten crits, accusing you of a crime you didn't commit. Ahem. Aha, but don't let your spirits fall. I'm well aware of all the deeds you've done, and so are the good people of London. Everyone knows Katrielle Layton's nose is as clean as they goes. So stand tall, rise above it all.
Thank you, Ratman. You've given me the strength to carry on.
Good to hear, have no fear. Sooner or later, you'll be in the clear.
Yes, I'm innocent, and I believe that's the truth. And I believe that the truth will prevail in the end. Although, being on the run like this, I'm not exactly sure how that's going to happen. How long am I going to have to remain a fugitive? Who's going to prove that I'm innocent?
Talking to yourself again, Cat?
Yes, I am. I can't believe I've been so blind. There's no one else who's going to prove my innocence. No one except me.
Ah, a bulb lights in our heroine's noggin. The answer to the riddle comes a-knockin'. Yes, Miss Layton, it falls on you. But no one's better at getting out of a stew. Yeah, who's writing your rhymes for ya? Justice will serve the due, of course, him.
Thank you, Batman.
So, how are you going to do it then, Cat? How are you going to clear your name?
By investigating the case and determining who the real culprit was, of course. So we must go straight back to Chancellor Lane.
Brilliant idea. Hornets' nests are such fun things to walk into.
If we don't investigate the scene of the crime, I'll never be able to prove that I didn't do it. We have to get inside the Lucky Clover. I know it's dangerous, but it's a risk we're going to have to take.
All right. I don't want to rain on your parade. It was your light bulb moment after all.
Thank you, Shirl, and sorry you've been dragged into this.
I can't have you make exceptions to the any mystery solved motto just because the mystery relates to a member of the pack. Though you could also work on Cheryl's mystery at some points, or the mystery of your missing father. Otherwise, there's no hope of you making any progress to the conversational canine case, is there? And anyways, I don't like that Britannius. I just want to bite him. How dare he accuse you of being a murderer? He's really taking the biscuit. So I say let's just find the real killer and show that so-and-so up for being so sure of himself and so wrong.
Yes, I'm so in agreement with you.
Alright then, Chancellor Lane, here we come. So close. So close. So close, so close. We are very so close. 2 more clues. 2 more clues. Okay. And now we actually get one of the better puzzles in the game.
Luckily, I wasn't the police then.
No, so back to our home territory, yes?
I just need to get my bite, Shell.
Yes, Revenge of Hans. Why don't you just run off to the side? Answer the puzzle. Sacrifice Cheryl. A whole new ball game. Get away from the giant ball. It will take a particular route, starting at the top or left and going down to the bottom right. If you're hit by the ball or have nowhere left to run, you lose. The ball and the bike move at the same time on each turn. On each turn, they move 1 square. The bike can't travel through any squares it's been through before. Okay. Okay, we can't just go down these. Okay, we have to go down specific routes. Okay, fine. Okay, there we go. The ball cannot chase us. They act like the ball's the sentient object.
This should do it, I think. Puzzles
There we
are
go.
made for solving.
You did it. You managed to dodge it nicely. Frankly, I would not be surprised if Hans was some mass murderer and he wanted to take Katrielle down. Hey, just so happened to be working on that statue, and then it just so happens to break. That was too close for comfort. Frankly, that ball was trying to be the hero. It was trying to be the Rock of Ages, but it failed.
It was a little more exciting than I'd bargained for. We were very nearly flattened. Surely the police couldn't have been behind that, could they?
Hard to believe they used such rough tactics, but who else could have done it? And then meanwhile, Hans is just cackling in the background. Darn it. So close, yet so far. And then he just knocks Katrielle out with a lead pipe.
It was a bit over the top for the police, though.
Maybe they're just so desperate to catch you, they've lost all sense of what's right and wrong.
Maybe. Anyways, we'd better be on the lookout for other dangers. All right, come on then. Let's hurry back to the Lucky Clover now.
Okay. We're back. Sorry, had to burp. There's not a police officer in sight here on Chancellor Lane.
Well, that's a surprise. I was sure they would be out in full force here, waiting for me to come back.
Do you think he's giving up on trying to catch you?
Chief Inspector Britannia, it's not likely. He doesn't strike me as the type to give up easily.
No, agreed. He's a dogged one, all right. Ciao, signora. What are you doing back here?
Oh, sorry. I know you tried to help me get away before. There's just something I need to do at the scene of the crime. But maybe it's been solved already. Is that why there are no police here now?
I wish it had, but I hadn't heard anything like that. There were police up and down the street not long ago, but suddenly they all disappeared.
I see.
I wonder where they all went.
Well, that's always our chance to get inside the Lucky Clover shell. Come on.
Okay, let's do this. Inside we go.
There aren't even any police in the shop now.
At the scene of the crime, you'd expect at least one or two plots to be here, wouldn't you? Well, this is your chance then, isn't it? Get investigating. Let's check where the body was found.
Look, Cheryl, do you see that chalk outline? That must be where she was found.
Yeah, other than that, you'd have no idea this was a murder scene.
No, it looks completely normal, doesn't it? The displays and the shells don't appear to have been disrupted. It's hard to imagine that theft was the motive in that case.
Perhaps it was someone she knew, someone who held a grudge.
That's possible. It would explain why there are no signs of a struggle.
That's an awkward place to display your goods, isn't it? Or does it look high from all the way down here?
She's always used that mannequin's head up there to showcase her finest hats. Wait a minute, though. That's a little odd.
What's odd? Other than the workings of your mind.
Well, when I came in here last night, the hat was straight. Now it's at an angle.
Told you, the workings of your mind are odd. Who remembers something like that?
I do, and I'm sure I'm right because I remember looking longingly at that very hat yesterday evening.
So you're saying that between then and now, somebody tipped the hat? That fiend!
That is what I'm saying, yes. And I can't imagine Miss Price doing it. So it was perhaps the killer.
Oh yes, those monsters. They killed her and then adjusted the hat. That was their motive all along. They wanted to adjust that hat. Alright, I take you back. Perhaps you're onto something. Let's investigate.
Don't mind if I do. I'll just fetch the mannequin's head down.
What's that?
Its head is dented out of shape, look!
Was it always like that?
I don't know. There was always a hat on it, so I wouldn't have been able to see. I wonder when it got damaged.
Basically, we pretty much have everything, so we could solve the case now. But no, we gotta wait until that final clue, that final dramatic reveal. It doesn't sit right with me. There are no signs of anything out of the ordinary in here at all, other than the outline of that dead body.
And if it's relevant, the dent is in the mannequin. The dent in the mannequin's head.
Yeah, if it's relevant.
I wonder.
Uh-oh.
What is it, Shell?
Someone's coming in. It could be the fuzz.
Aurora, I'm right. I thought you'd be here, Katrielle.
Why don't we just take Emiliana hostage? I don't think she's armed. Because really, because I just like how Emiliana, she's like, I prepare for every situation. Meanwhile, she thinks there's a good chance that Katrielle could be the murderer. And yet she's walking in here alone. You would think that basically she would think in her mind, oh, Katrielle, she may snap. She may snap out of the blue out of not wanting to be, arrested. And then proceeds to basically just hold Emiliana hostage. Unless basically Emiliana has full-on training, I don't think that basically she would basically like the idea of being held hostage.
Emiliana, just as I expected. Oh, so you were expecting me? Of course, you are a professional profiler, you know. I thought you'd have a hunch that I'd come back here. I don't operate on hunches, Katrielle. You might, but I prefer hard facts and scientific analysis. Your profile clearly identified the fact that you'd have come to the scene of the crime to investigate the case for yourself. And would Chief Inspector Britannius be joining us? No, he won't be coming. I fed him some bogus information. He's currently investigating some random and completely unrelated location. I see. So it was you who cleared all the police out of Chancellor Lane, was it? You gave them a false lead. Correct, but don't imagine that I did for your behalf. At first I thought we needed to catch you in order to get the truth of this matter, but I was wrong. Sorry? Britannius has clearly jumped to conclusions here. He hasn't investigated thoroughly enough at all. His deductions are totally flawed. All I want to see is a proper investigation carried out. No corners cut. I don't like that. In other words, you don't think I did it. I I never said that. A proper investigation is all I said. That does not a lot like you believe I'm innocent. Fabienne, let's say, for the sake of argument, that I do believe you're innocent. That would be based on evidence, not some misplaced loyalty. So, you do have evidence. As a matter of fact, I do. I know that you've been telling the truth. That in of itself is evidence. I can immediately tell when someone is lying, you see. It's just simple, just like this puzzle.
Okay, we're almost done with this case. We're so close, we're so close. Oh, this game is almost done. Truth lies, a box of balls. Okay, 4 people are talking next to a box with a 4x4 grid. Let's call them A, B, C, and D. Here's what each person says. A, there are 2 balls in each of the vertical lines. There is 1 ball in each horizontal line. There's a ball in each of the 4 corners. The only person lying here is A. 2 of the 4 people are lying. Okay. 2 of the 4 people are lying, so basically each slot can take 1 ball, and how many balls are in the box in total? Okay, so we know that D is lying, because, well, basically, if we know that 2 are lying, then basically we know that D is. Okay, and if we know that D is lying, then basically we know that A is also telling the truth, so I'm assuming that B and C. So, as such, 5 balls, I'm assuming 5 balls, but I just want to make sure that I am not off. Okay. Okay, ball game, sorry about that. Okay, truth lies in a big box of balls. Total of 8 balls in the box. Okay, good thing I checked. Because my mind is absolute putty at this point.
I've seen how to solve this now. Puzzles are made for solving.
You did it! There are 8 balls in total. Only A and C stories tie in with each of the others. B and D were lying. Honesty is the best policy. Okay. I miscounted! Hooray! Like I said, my mind is completely out of it right now.
So you're a walking lie detector, Emiliana. Ha! I haven't lost your sense. I see you haven't lost your sense of humor, despite being the focus of a manhunt. Allora, as a favor, I will show you some interesting data. This is an autopsy report.
Does it say she's dead? I knew that already.
Let's see. Ah, look at this. She suffered a blow to the head and bruising to the chest.
What does all that tell us?
Bruising to the chest. Yes, that's something of a mystery, I admit. If I'm reading this correctly, the chest injuries had nothing to do with the causes of death. Is that right? Yes, it's unclear how those injuries came about. The cranial blow was the clear cause of death. It seems probable that the victim was struck heavily with a blunt object of some description. Anyways, that's all the information I'm able to give you. You're on your own now. Thank you, Emiliana. I really appreciate it. Don't thank me. The only reason I did this was because I can't stand to see someone falsely accused. And my profile clearly shows that the culprit in this case bears no resemblance to you whatsoever. Not to mention what? Not to mention that, despite our differences, I can see that you are obviously well-intentioned and honest. That's very big of you to say so. You are not the killer. That's what my profiling demonstrates. Now it's up to you to prove my profiling accurate. Goodbye, Katrielle.
And so Emiliana is gone. She will never stop Katrielle's reign of terror. So, after all the yapping, it turns out that Perfect Storm is on our side.
Yes, and she's a very valuable ally. The real puzzle now is that bruising on Miss Clover's chest. How did it get there? She died in the shop of a blow to the head. No signs of a struggle. The dented mannequin's head on top of the cabinet, and the bruising of the victim's chest. I wonder.
We're free from this case. Yay. Okay. Okay, thank you. Let me solve it. Let me solve the case. I want to get out of here.
Yes, of course. Now I know exactly what happened here.
You do?
I do, and I can prove my own innocence.
So why was she killed? That's got me scratching my head. I mean, I haven't got any clues.
The person with all the answers will be here soon enough. All we have to do is wait.
The killer's coming here.
unfair, Layton. Here you are. Now I've got you.
Uh-oh, he's cornered us.
Ah, right on cue. Good.
Miss Layton!
Cat!
Is it you who's got me, or the other way around?
What?
This mystery is history. Yes, the orchestrator of this plot is someone driven by extreme jealousy. Jealousy of my success. Isn't that right, Chief Inspector Royal Britannius?
Oh, please.
You're behind all this, aren't you? You're the one who set me up.
No.
This man is trying to be a hero to the community.
And I, of course, am innocent.
What are you saying, Cat? The Chief Inspector? Really? Are you off your rocker? Explain yourself.
The two of you have always competed with one another for success in your careers. But you've been losing more and more ground each day recently, haven't you, Chief Inspector? So you concocted an elaborate plan.
What plan?
When you found out that Inspector Hastings was benefiting from my puzzle-solving skills, you started thinking. You decided to frame me for murder and discredit your rival as someone who solicits the help of criminals at the same time.
She's got it wrong, hasn't she, Britannius? I thought it was always just friendly rivalry between us. How could you do something like this? I mean, murder?
Let's not jump to conclusions, Inspector. Your colleague may be a right royal pain in the Britannius, but a murderer he is not.
You've lost me.
Ms. Price was trying to fetch down a mannequin's head from on top of a cabinet. Unfortunately, it fell on top of her, striking her a deadly blow to the skull.
But you said Britannius planned it. How could he have planned that?
You have the order of events in reverse. The Chief Inspector was the person who discovered Ms. Price's body. It was only afterwards that he conceived of this whole plan.
You really wanted to get ahead that badly?
I was born with nothing, you know. Absolutely nothing. For me, power and prosperity is the be-all and end-all. If you beat me to the top, I'd be a failure again. A nothing. A nobody.
It was the extent of the bruising on Ms. Price's body that mystified me at first. But it was because of how hard you tried to resuscitate her. Isn't that right?
Yes. Poor woman.
So I think that proves it. A merciless competitor? Yes. A murderer? No. Wouldn't you agree, Inspector Hastings?
I suppose that just about sums it up, yeah.
The incident involving Miss Price was a very sad affair all around. But the people of Chancellor Lane came through for me. Thanks to them, I was able to clear up the false accusation of murder for which I was so heinously framed. I'll never forget the faithfulness of everybody who stood by me so loyally and believed in my innocence.
Okay, we're done. One last case, which we'll be doing in the next stream. Okay. Wait, what happened? No! No, okay, I don't think it happened. Oh, thank God. It was just my computer for acting up. Okay, it was just my computer. Okay, anyways. I think now would be a good time to end things off. Anyways, I really appreciate that you came by to watch the stream. It was great having you, and I hope to see you next time. If you enjoyed the stream, start following if you haven't already. And with that, I'll see you next time. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the next one. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever that you want. With that, I'll see you next time. Bye.